Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 81. Today, joining me for the first time in like over a month, Sims.
Hi, how are you? You okay?
Steven Sims.
Steven Sims.
Steven Sims.
Connor, I've missed your beautiful face.
I've missed your beautiful face, you know, no matter how shiny that nose is. I don't care. I love it.
So much. Why have you got to mention my nose on? It's not my eye. Something's going on with my eye. Anyway, Connor, I've missed you. You missed a great show last week.
Yeah, sorry for my absence last week, but you know, we carry on.
Some would say
I like
the show was better. Shirt, yeah, man, cheers. You say that every time I wear it.
Did you just try to insult me right there?
Yeah, I was just saying like.
Go ahead. You two last week got very. I thought you two were funny. You know, thinking you can just throw insults my way left and right. You know, I mean, Papa Bear leaves for one fucking week.
I have to edit.
Mama Bear over here think they're tough shit all of a sudden.
I have to edit.
Say it when you're here.
I have to edit these videos, and like I have to watch them, most of it, and like at one point I died in my absence. Like,
you died? What do you mean?
You said you two were doing so, or maybe he's dead or something. And I think at that moment I got COVID. So I mean, I'm not saying it's your fault, but it's definitely your fault.
Well, we weren't far off.
Fucking too right. Jesus Christ.
And then, of course, joining us this week, Daniel Neverruly.
Hello, welcome everybody. I just wanted to say, please subscribe. I went to our back end and was seeing how many people that watch that are subscribed, not subscribed, stuff like that. There's a good chunk that aren't subscribed. So if you're like what we do, please subscribe.
Yeah, man.
Hit the fucking subscribe button. What are you doing if you're not, you know?
It's free. It's free of charge.
Literally free, you know?
It is free. Yep.
Hit that little bell, too. Get some notifications when we put up new videos. Why not, you know?
Yeah.
I love it. Anyways, guys, been a busy week in the world of video games.
Ooh,
Gamescom is currently happening, right?
Currently,
okay. It's an all-digital event, right?
Yeah, I think technically it's Gamescom right now. I think these last 2 days were not technically like full-on Gamescom, because I think it starts with opening night live. It's supposed to be the kickoff of Gamescom.
Sure. There's not like people like physically at somewhere in Germany, is there?
I don't think so.
No, okay. That's what I figured.
I think this is all online right now.
It's just that Rebecca woman. Just trapped.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is normally like the biggest show. I think there's like, they have like 100,000 people that show up to Gamescom every year, usually.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it sounds awful. All in Germany.
20 dudes packed in a room talking about video games.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it kind of does actually.
Can you smell it? Yeah, can you smell it?
Smell the is it Bockwurst? Bockwurst.
Oh, what?
The sausages, the German sausages.
Bratwurst?
That's it.
What did you just say?
Bockwurst.
Bockwurst. Man, that's how they say it in England. I don't know. Anyway,
it is now.
Get on with some video game news. Jeff Keighley hosted this year's Gamescom opening night live event yet again, and we are going to go through not everything, but the majority of the major things that happened.
There was a lot of little stuff too, like
a lot of little stuff.
If I missed something, like I'm sorry. I'll try to say it if I remember it.
Yeah, three of us too. Feel free to shout out anything that we didn't put in the doc here. But first up, Saints Row is getting a reboot, and it's releasing on February 25th, 2022. Volition Games is returning to the
Volition.
I knew this. Volition Games is returning after a 6-year break of the franchise.
Yeah, their last game was
Agents of Mayhem?
Mayhem. Yeah. Which still kind of had this similar vibe. I guess I'll just say my thoughts real quick. I love the franchise, especially 3. I love 3. 3 is my favorite. I am still a little hesitant about this reboot. It didn't have as over the top as it doesn't need to be superheroes like in 4, but I still want that over the top that 3 had. I don't know if I'm gonna get that exactly.
So was 4 like a bit too much for you?
Yeah, I liked 4. I didn't play a ton of 4, but I do like 4. But 3, I think, had a good balance of like some serious parts. It was still bombastic. It had a dildo bat. You just run and beat people up. I don't know. This one, I need to see more, I guess.
Yeah, this has always been one of those franchises that I just don't vibe with. Still from this trailer, I still really don't. I don't know. Something about the over the top wackiness to this franchise. I don't know. I just never really worked for me. I think I played a little bit of the first one, but yeah, I don't know. It looks fine. Not something I'll be checking out, but exciting nonetheless. Sims, Saints Row.
I played it when on the 360. I think it not long came out or released with the 360. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, I was right in that era of Dead Rising, Oblivion, and Saints Row. Those were like the three.
What a lineup of games though. I never really went back to it. It never felt. It was like the first time I'd ever witnessed like the ragdoll mechanics. Like when you get hit by a car and you'd like
go flying all over the place. Yeah.
So I've never really gone back to it. It's never really like gone for the G. It never felt as sturdy and as clean as Grand Theft Auto. But over the years, you notice how wacky it's getting, and people are starting to dig the fact that it's not taking itself too seriously. And now watching this trailer, thinking about it today at work, I was like, people must be disappointed that it's not going with the wackiness and it's trying to take itself a bit seriously. I know they've got like the weird, like futuristic guns, but I mean, we've only seen this trailer. It was a great trailer, but I think people might be disappointed with the fact that they're trying to like take it back a bit. But hopefully, it's just their. It's just first impressions last a lifetime. So, and plus, like kids might be watching the show. I know there might be some effing and jeffing, but you can't really put a dildo back in a trailer, can you?
Yeah, you can. But it definitely seems more like 2 is what the vibe I was getting. Where 1 was very GTA clone.
Like complete, yeah. And then 2 like completely like it's losing the
no,
wackiness.
Not completely, but like 2 is where they slowly increased like some of the craziness. It wasn't until 3 that it really kind of was okay. We're crazy, but even like I said, 4 is even more so. But this definitely seems more like 2 to me, where we're gonna have some level of craziness, but not, and also not try to be GTA, you know. But yeah.
I think that was always one of my problems with the franchise is that, when 1 or 2 were coming out, I was just like, why the hell wouldn't I just go play GTA, And then I think 3 just came around. I just never got into it. So I don't know. Maybe I would be more into this one, but
I know you like Ratchet. So I guess a way for me to convince you is it's like imagine GTA meets Ratchet and Clank with the weapons. So It's got a lot of fun, ridiculous weapons. It's got like a dubstep gun. I think I was in the 3rd game. It's just got a bunch of fun weapons, and you just shoot them up, just run around, cause chaos. I know that's what people like of GTA, but usually Saints Row is just even more over the top to do that.
I wonder if they'll try to get into the online mechanic in this one, try to make their own GTA Online type thing.
I think they've come out. I think they've come out and said they've said there's like co-op. You can drop in and drop out co-op, but I don't think there's the online mechanics. That was
like play as like the 4 people, or whatever. In the trailer.
I believe that's what's been said. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's always a really fun thing to do in open worlds. Just run around with your friends. I used to love doing that back in even like GTA 4, and there was like absolutely
it's like 16 people
multiplayer, but you could just run around the open world.
Oh, there were fun modes.
There was some fun. There was like deathmatch and all that shit. Yeah, sure. But like, I just remember all we would do is run around the open world and just do shit.
Yeah.
And if you could just add that into Saints Row, you could have a great time with that.
Yeah, we're getting it in just mere months too. I mean, there's been rumors about this game for a while now, so we're getting it very quickly.
Kind of weird the lack of gameplay for how close it is.
I'm guessing Game Awards.
Didn't they say there was a game?
Only be 2 months out by that point too.
Yeah.
Didn't she say on stage there was a gameplay trailer coming soon?
There could be. I must have missed that.
But they showed a little bit after she'd spoke. She was like, "Oh, here's the first thought."
Yeah. I assume they'll probably get another thing right at Game Awards to help market it in December.
Cool. Next up, Marvel's Midnight Suns has officially been announced. The game is being made by XCOM developer. Help me with this one, Daniel.
Firaxis.
Wow, what a badass name.
It is awesome.
This is set to be a tactics RPG. The game is releasing sometime in March 2022. Daniel, you got to be into this, right?
Oh, you already. This is my favorite thing that they showed. Come on, are you kidding me? I want to see gameplay. That's like my biggest thing is like, yeah, this was a really cool trailer. I like the outfits. I need to see what that gameplay is going to be like. From what I've heard, it is not going to be exactly like XCOM. Like they're going, I think, for a different route. There's no like permadeath. Like they're not. They're just kind of taking that something similar combat, I guess, and that's probably it. I don't know if there's any base building like XCOM or other element to it. Is it just the combat? I don't really know.
Maybe make it a bit more casual for
I think it's just gonna be the combat.
Newer audience. Yeah.
So you get to play as a hero that you make. That's who was like revived in the trailer. And then I guess you get X amount of heroes with you. I don't remember saying anything like how many you get. XCOM's you start at 4, then you upgrade to 6. So I'm wondering if maybe 6 is going to be how many you get for your team. But yeah, they showed off every hero that's there. A lot of cool ones. Wolverine.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Dude, is Doctor Strange, is he just MVP everywhere, right?
Everywhere. I know the Doctor Strange, man. Making him a household name now.
Oh, yeah. You got my boy Captain America. This cool looking shield.
Sims, you're a Marvel super fan, some would say. I probably wouldn't call you that. But are you into this at all? You want this?
First of all, shout out, it's probably the best trailer ever made. It was just incredible trailer. I didn't really understand what it was at first, and then I was like, oh yeah, I know what it is now. The trailer looks great. The premise for me, if it's not like XCOM, but it is like if it's not as like in depth and nitty gritty as XCOM, and it's just like a Marvel dumbed down version of the game, but pretty, then I'll be into it. But I'm not really into like I tried Gears of War Tactics. I didn't really like the look of Mario Rabbids, so I can't say they're my type of games. Well, the trailer was amazing, and this is for a lot of people. This is the game for so many people out there. And fingers crossed, like they have made it for dum-dums like myself. So hopefully I can enjoy the game. But like, yeah, the trailer was sick. Like, Enter Sandman.
That cover of Enter
Just
Sandman.
ridiculous,
Oh, yeah.
man. Absolutely incredible. My
That was a
eyeball.
cool cover.
What is wrong with my eyes?
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you though. The not something I'll probably be into, but definitely something I'd try out. Probably if it was on like a Game Pass or whatever. But shout out to Marvel making all these moves with getting great teams behind their IP.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's definitely the right move.
Yeah.
And this one is not held back. It's like we're getting X-Men, we're getting Avengers, we're getting Captain Marvel, like we're getting Strange, just all these random characters. There's character magic, Ghost Rider. Like they're really like, obviously they have to have Captain America and Iron Man because they're just so popular. But they're just grabbing from everywhere. It's really cool. They're not like we're only having the Avengers and that's it,
But my brain just like died on me as watching it, and I was like, the only thing I could think of watching the trailer was like, is this the Marvel vs. DC game? And then I saw Wolverine. I was like, oh yeah, it is. Because for some daft reason, Wolverine was a DC character. And I was like, and then Natalie was like, what? I was like, well, she was like, no, you muppet. I was like, oh yeah.
How badass would that have been though? Batman just jumped down, kick Wolverine in the
It'd been
face.
sick, wouldn't it? It would have been sick. But no, yeah, the trailer's incredible. I've had Enter Sandman in my head all day.
This game got leaked, right? Like we
before E3.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had talked about it before E3 because famous insider Jeff Grubb was the one that had mentioned it.
Put some respect on the man's name. It's Jeffy Grubb.
No, it's just Jeff Grubb.
Next up, where are we? The first gameplay trailer was shown for Call of Duty Vanguard. It was announced earlier this week that Call of Duty Vanguard will release on November 5th of this year. Open beta begins sometime in September.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Vanguard. Did you guys talk about this last week?
No, because it was getting revealed.
revealed.
It was getting revealed like right as we were doing the show, so we just really didn't do much with it.
I was about to say, I feel like this is like 2-week-old news by now, but
it kind of. But they had a big blowout. I got to give a shout out to Laura Bailey. Oh my god, my favorite voice actor. And for first Call of Duty game, you get to play as her. Her character looks
I can't
awesome.
believe that.
I know. Isn't that
You
crazy?
probably she didn't voice like a background character at some point or something, you know?
Yeah.
She must have. Yeah, first gameplay was shown though too. Looks pretty rad. You know,
It looks awesome.
They got some cool. It looked more Wolfenstein-y to me. I don't know if that's just because the Nazi aesthetic going on there, but even like the crawling through the vents and the climbing up the wall and whatnot kind of reminded me of Wolfenstein. But yeah, it looked cool.
Yeah, because it's definitely like, oh, we're moving the World War II forward a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that's definitely got that Wolfenstein vibe. And it doesn't look as like futuristic with tech and stuff as Wolfenstein is, but I'm excited. I love World War II. I know that some people are like, oh, why is this a World War II game? Let's just have more future gun games, even though there's an insane amount of future gun games. Call of Duty can have a World War II game. I love World War II. To see these 4 different perspectives from the 4 different battles, I think it's going to be awesome. I'm wondering if like the next couple trailers will show off the other 3 main characters of the game, because they really focused on Laura's character at Gamescom.
Sims.
I said last week Daniel disappeared, so I said that I couldn't give a toss because obviously we've not spoke about the Activision Blizzard's bollocks. So I don't want to talk about it. The only thing I will say is like big up to the developers for making that game look absolutely visually stunning. Well, I think they should just. I don't think this game should release this year. I don't think they deserve. I think Activision. I can't remember what I said last week, but like they shouldn't be releasing games. They should be focused on exactly what's going on. And I know that's harsh.
What about all the employees?
Well, I said that. I said this. I said like, you know, it's a shame for
Yeah.
the developers and all that. But like, Activision Blizzard shouldn't be releasing anything. Then they shouldn't be putting on these big spectacles and everyone's saying, "Oh, how good it was." And then I was sat there and I went for a piss because I was like, I'm not watching this bollocks. Like I caught it glimpsed and I was like, oh, it looks pretty. Great lighting effects, but I don't want to talk about any of this shit because they don't deserve my like opinions or anything like that. Because it's bollocks, man. Like the news that came out today, all the horrible things that these people like do to their like female employees and you know even the male employees or anyone that they think's beneath them. Like I ain't got time for it. Like Call of Duty's dead to me. That's just my opinion.
Sure. I mean, would you go back if they made changes within the company?
It'd take a long time. Long time.
Long time, sure.
I mean, I'm sure there's games that I'm not. I'm for me, their biggest franchise. Like I'm just one person, one Joe Blogs, but I'm not willing to pick up an Activision Blizzard game. I'm not at the moment. It's just they don't deserve my money. They don't deserve your money. They don't deserve anybody's money. Like, I know that the villa is harsh. It's you caught between a rock and a hard place when you want to make this stance because you're like fuck Activision, but then like let's say Lindsay Jones who works on
From Achievement Hunter.
That was completely random. No idea who Lindsay Jones is. Okay, Lindsay Panda, and you know she's like worked her ass off. Fuck off. Lindsay Panda, right? She's worked, she works on lighting or she works on, she's worked on the story or she's worked her ass off on them great visual lighting effects that I've just mentioned. And I'm like, I'm not going to play your game. Because what? Because something happened, within the whole of it. It's hard for me to explain. I'm Steven Sims, the chef. Do you know what I mean? Like, who wants to talk on a podcast? Should we be talking like you said? Do you want to talk about like these harsh things? Should we be talking about this game? Like, should Jeff Keighley have put it on that stage? I know Jeff Keighley needs to make money to fund these shows.
I mean, if you want my opinion on that, I think avoiding everything makes the situation worse. I think if you negate the thousands of employees that work there that have nothing to do with that, and you ruin their lives, I think is even worse than not supporting it.
I just don't think they deserve to have that limelight. Like, not the employees. The game. This game doesn't need the press. Doesn't need the IGN shouldn't be covering it. Like that's how I feel. I feel like this game should just be like people that all
the biggest game of the year.
But it's why?
Why would they not cover it?
Because of the arseholes that run the place. It's hard. Like I said, it's like you're caught between a rock and a hard place.
They don't do everything in the game.
But
there's thousands of people that make that game.
of course, yeah, and this is what I'm saying. It's like you're caught between a rock and a hard place because you want to stick it to the man. You want to say fuck you, all the higher ups, HR department, all the million, billion, trillionaires. Fuck you. And obviously, then you're like, but Lindsay Panda, who's worked her arse off, maybe put in an extra couple of hours to feed the kids, and then she probably doesn't get her bonus because I've not spent my 70, 90, 80, 90, £100. But I feel like the big opening night live, IGN, the biggest podcast in the world, Nerdy Gods. We should we really be talking about it? Like, if you guys want to talk about it, feel free. I'll just be like, yeah, whatever, don't care. And that's we're talking about it. This is fresh. We've not had this conversation before. I just don't feel like we should give any kind of press to it. I just don't. I just feel like they don't deserve Activision Blizzard. I know the developers do. It's hard. It's such a hard thing to have a stance towards, but I just feel like they shouldn't have had their big event last year, last week, or they should have had it, but it shouldn't have been spoke about by IGN. It shouldn't have been spoken about by GameStop. It's just the way I feel. I feel like they should have just not put it. They should have just made the game, paid their employees. Because they've got billions of dollars anyway, they could have just went, "Oh, guys, we're not going to release the game. We know it's finished, but we're not going to release the game. Here's your money. Hey, here's the bonus that we would have earned because this game's going to sell anyway. But we just don't feel like it's the right time at the moment." And then they make things right within the company, and then they release it in a better light. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Connor, have you got an opinion? I know you said you don't want to get involved in politics, etc. But
I didn't necessarily say that. I just said I'd have to do more research on topics before I feel comfortable speaking about them. But no, I hear you, and that's exactly what you should do: speak with your wallet, right? But I mean, I don't know, man. There's just
it's hard.
The higher and higher up you go with any company, really, the more fucked up it gets, right?
Of course, yeah.
Look at just random shit you buy around your house. I'm sure if you follow those companies back to the source, there's some fucked up shit going on there. So it's like, are you gonna stop buying everything? Like Ubisoft. Am I gonna stop buying every Ubisoft game now? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just singling out Activision just because they're in the limelight right now just seems kind of weird to me.
It's something that's always resonated with me, and is it is way too hard and hard on yourself to try to constantly live the most moral life you can.
Of course.
Everything you get is
tainted,
made off of whatever. Whether it's eating a tomato, that tomato might have been picked by people that are indentured slaves or something. Who knows? Like, trying to live the most moral life, you probably couldn't even exist. So that's also something I try to think about too.
Of course, yeah. I just feel like they don't deserve this limelight at the moment. That's all I'm saying. Like, sort it out, then get the limelight. I just don't. Even like,
but this is Sledgehammer too. It's
of course, yeah. And they
didn't.
Also,
it's just under Activision.
They try not to mention like the elephant in the room last night. But even last week, I was just like,
I don't think they should. That's not the stage for it.
No, I know, but they tried not to avoid. Yeah, no, of course, but like, at the end of the day, it's still like, what's it called?
They can have another stage to do that. This is.
I just
celebrate.
It's just a tricky situation, isn't it? I just, first of all, I don't give a fuck about Call of Duty anyway. But second of all, like, why should anybody give it the attention that it wants right now? I don't know. That's just me.
I hear you. It's a bad time for Activision.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just brought it down, man. Put it down, man.
Not really.
It's a conversation that needs to be had. I agree with you, sir.
I mean, my level of excitement hasn't changed. Like, the game looks great.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like, I went for a piss. I tried not to give it all my attention, but like when I saw like two scenes, and I was like, this is visually amazing. Well done, team. Like, this looks incredible. Unfortunately,
yeah, and they've had an extra year too, which I think is going to help this game. Like, their last game was World War II. Like this was supposed to come out last year, but Treyarch had to push theirs forward. If you remember that.
Are you picking this up on day one, Dana?
I think so. Yeah, I usually play most Call of Duties. I played Black Ops last year, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably say I will buy it and then never play it.
Yeah, you didn't end up buying Black Ops, right?
No, I didn't do that with that one. It's even worse.
You
Okay,
just
moving on.
Give me your money and
Where are we? Halo Infinite. Oh, Daniel, move your cursor. You're in my fucking way. All right. Oh, now you're in my way again. Okay. Halo Infinite will be released on December 8th of this year, guys. It's happening. We got
a
it.
release date.
Here it is. They then announced a Halo Infinite themed Xbox Series X and a Halo Infinite themed Elite Series 2 controller.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mouthful. Both of which are available for pre-order now and come out on November 15th. Not available for pre-order now.
Oh, they though. I feel like if you I know you have to work and stuff, but I reckon if you were sat at home, you'd have got one.
Probably.
I still might. Amazon hasn't gone live yet. I'm holding out.
Has GameStop put anything out yet?
Nope. GameStop hasn't gone live yet, and Best Buy hasn't gone live yet. I'm on top of this.
Our games, like our English GameStops, etc. They've you can walk in and just pick one up for £20. Like put a deposit down for £20.
Yeah, pre-order it.
Yeah,
you can't even do in-store pre-orders in America right now.
Yeah, you're going through some shit, though, aren't you? I mean, Natalie's mum. She pre-ordered a PlayStation 5 a couple of months ago, and then picked it up a couple of days ago.
Cool.
The PS5s are getting things are getting easier over here to get consoles.
That's good.
Yeah, as far as the console goes, though, looks fucking awesome.
Oh my god,
I want it so bad. I've been trying.
This is what you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for.
I really have been waiting for this.
Genuinely, Connor has willed this console into existence.
I really have, and it looks so cool too. It's like it doesn't really come across as Halo themed to me. Maybe it will make more sense when I play through the campaign, But
got that very tech future.
The console itself looks awesome. Yeah, got like that space vibe going on. Looks more like Starfield than Halo, but
some nice stars on the top.
Yeah, it's a sick looking console. I want it so bad.
Even looking back at the second time, though, the controller that comes with it looks dope as well. Like, looks sick.
It does, I like the gold trim around it. Then the Elite Series 2 controller looks fucking incredible. Daniel, I know you're into this stuff. You don't like it?
I wasn't keen. Like, it was alright. It's Halo, innit? Like, I've got no affinity for it. But the console, like, it didn't come across as like Halo. It was like, oh, and I was like, I was like, it's nice. Nice,
but the controller though, that controller, I was all over that.
I told you I've been waiting for an Elite controller.
It's $200, man. It's $200.
I don't care.
It's a lot of money.
It's Halo. Are you kidding
me? If I don't get the console, I'm getting that fucking controller.
It's Halo. I want that controller so bad.
Now, did we know? I know the Elite Series 2 controllers are designed around the Xbox One, right? Or like the original.
I think
Xbox
so.
One
I don't think
so. Is this one still that?
I'm not too sure. I assume that it is. I think the only difference really is like the screenshot button, right? I think that the new ones have that middle button. But I think the middle button that they have is like the switcher, the two different mode switchers. I don't know if you've ever had an Elite before. It has like, you can have like a setup for something and then like a setup for something else, and you just switch it back and forth. I'd have to like take a look at that controller. Maybe I could zoom in on it.
I will say the screenshot button, the best button on the controller.
Awesome.
Decent button. Definitely a necessary button. You need that.
How do you feel about December 8th?
Yeah, December 8th release date. Finally got it.
Do you think that's actually going to happen?
Yeah.
Is that a question?
Yes, it's a very serious question.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you think?
I think it has to. I don't think Xbox is letting them delay it out of this year. I think that's why it's coming out on December 8th. That's like the last possible day a game could come out of the year, really, if you think about it. Like, I mean, obviously you could go further into December, but why would you with Christmas right there and whatnot?
Real quick, it looks like a button. It doesn't look like a switcher. So this might be a screenshot button. It might be slightly newer. I don't know, but it doesn't look like a switcher.
We haven't. While we're here, we may as well throw in the news that broke last Friday. So the Halo's not releasing with a co-op
or Forge.
Back in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, Halo's not coming out with co-op or Forge. I think they kind of wanted to get the bad news out of the way before they revealed the release date and whatnot. How you feeling about that?
So the Forge, I expected it to not come right away. Kind of sucks. I wish it was. But
it didn't for 5 either.
I don't remember about 5. I didn't expect it because they haven't said anything about Forge, right? So it was just not something I even really thought about. The campaign co-op I think really sucks. I might have played it co-op. I might have played it co-op with Sloan, but like I was probably just gonna play it single player anyways and go to multiplayer for playing with friends. That's usually what Halo has always been for me. Like I think that's probably for most people. I think some people play co-op with friends, but I think most people play multiplayer with friends. That's just the history of Halo. So it sucks. And we're gonna get it eventually. I wish it would launch with it, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, nowadays I'm not bothered by just playing. I was gonna just play through the campaign by myself, anyways. But back in the day, I used to always play the Halo campaigns with my friends. Like day one, we stay up all night and play through the Halo campaign. So I'd be devastated if I was a little bit younger and there was no co-op in the campaign on day one. That would really piss me off. But Forge, I love Forge. I love
do too.
Forge, yeah, I really have a good time with Forge. Hopefully it comes out soon. It couldn't be too long. I guess February, Marchish.
Yeah, they're saying the next season will be co-op, and then the one after that will probably be Forge.
Okay,
that would make sense. Right? Is what I think they're doing. Yes, Sims.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's Forge?
So Forge.
Great. Go ahead, Danny.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
I expected Daniel just to bring one of them boards down.
Okay, so Forge is
back in the 1970s.
Forge was introduced in Halo 3, and it is you basically take assets from Halo, and it's very much like Gary's mod. If you know what Gary's mod is, it's you take assets from the source engine and you make game modes and stuff. So it's basically just like that. So you take assets from Halo, and people make game modes, people make maps, people have even made like cool like statues and stuff.
So like a create your own map mode.
Exactly.
Why didn't you just say that in the first place?
I did.
All I heard was you take acid and you make a lot of storm.
I can't believe you don't know what Forge is.
That's what I said.
Played Forge.
No, I'm fucking not a loser. I play Gears of War with chainsaws, big burly men.
I got you. I played that too. Yeah, Forge not being there kind of sucks.
Yeah, so March. I think you're probably right about March. Maybe April.
March. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Have hopefully a big moment for Forge.
I'm excited to play it. I'm really excited to play Halo.
Yeah, me too. Except I just want to say one more thing. They showed off that like little thing about like the multiplayer and like the commander for all of like the school. The academy or whatever it is. It had that really cool like little trailer about her like origin of
season 1's all about her.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
It seemed like she's just probably always going to be there, like the commander of like everyone that's playing multiplayer.
She'd be like that woman. Yeah. She'd be like, is it like Price at the beginning of like every Call of Duty multiplayer game? All right, team, let's go. Let's do this.
That's a good price.
Yeah, I know. Came out of nowhere.
That's good price. I don't know. I feel like she's just going to be there for every season, is what I'm kind of getting. Like she's going to be the kind of head of the academy.
Seems you have to talk like that the rest of the
episode. Yeah, it's. I'm really interested. I'm looking forward to playing it. Like I'm having such a good time on my Xbox at the moment. If you want a true flight, I'm enjoying my Xbox Series S. I'm just having a good time with it. Like, we'll get to something. The Games Pass. I'll talk about it now. So, right, last Thursday, I wanted to play 12 minutes. It's like 1:00 in the afternoon. I got no kids. I'm off work. Life is good. All of a sudden, I was like, right, let's play some 12 minutes. The game's not. I can't play the game. Why can't I play the game? It's 12. It's the day it comes out. I want to play some 12 minutes. I have to wait until a certain time. 5:00 my time to play the game. Why? So then, obviously, this Thursday morning, I wake up and I'm like, oh, Psychonauts is out, but it won't be out till later. So, I'm like, oh, I'm not even going to try. So then I was scrolling through Twitter about an hour later, and it's like, everyone's like playing Psychonauts. It's like, well, hold on, I fucking can't pick a minute. What's going on here? So then I loaded up the Xbox, clicked Psychonauts, and it's working straight away. So, no. Don't do this. Stop.
I watched Wednesday.
Wednesday then.
Yesterday.
Yes, I'm talking Wednesday morning because today's Thursday,
Okay.
right? But
Yeah.
like why? Don't do this. Why? Don't put a time on it. Put a date on it. If you're gonna release a game and it's a time on it, I want 12 minutes release on the 18th or whatever it was of March at 5:00 BST. Because nah.
I'm sure if you delved into it, it probably could have found that.
Honestly, I've never been so frustrated in my life because I was ready. I had notebook out, shoes were off, lying down, like having a good time, and it was like, oh, your game's not ready yet. I was like, hold on a fucking minute, 12 minutes to be exact. Anyway, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it.
I've been using 12-minute puns all week too.
Sorry, that was rant
No,
over. Let's go. Let's run through this stuff, man. Let's go.
Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga got a new trailer showing off a bit from all 9 films, and it will release sometime in spring 2022. Bit of a delay there.
Disappointing.
Yeah,
It's supposed to come out this fall.
it's supposed to come out. I think it's supposed to come out earlier this year, and then they push it to later in the year. And then I think because we haven't really seen much, I assumed it was going to be next year.
This looks great. Really,
awesome.
really good. Like voice acted, different camera angles for different scenes. Like I remember playing the first trilogy, the second trilogy as a kid. Like Lego Star Wars was my bread and butter. Like Lego games were my bread and butter. Like as a kid, like I really a PS2 game. PS2. We're talking PS2, aren't we? And I got my friend round and we just play some Lego Star Wars or whatever. Like. So having it redone and like all different scenes and reanimated, re-voice cast, like because there was no voice cast in the original, so I'm really looking forward to it. A bit disappointed that it's next year. I'd like to have picked it up this year, to be honest with you, for Christmas, and I can't wait. I'm excited.
Me too. The original Lego Star Wars was like one of the first games I remember like 100%ing, doing everything you possibly can in. So I love that game, but I haven't played one since Lego Indiana Jones, maybe. It was like the last one I remember really playing through. So it's been a minute, hot minute.
My last one was Pirate. The last one me and Natalie played it. One of the first games we played together. Pirates of Caribbean. And then I tried to play Harry Potter.
Just the first game?
Well, it was all
first movie. I mean,
no,
was it just the first movie?
No, it was all through. It was a trilogy. I know there's a.
Okay.
I know there's a. It might have been the fourth one as well. To be honest with you, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I played a bit of the Harry Potter ones. But I think once you if you played more than 4 Lego games, I think you're all Legoed out, right? Because they're all the same, aren't they? So.
Yeah, but it's seeing that IP. That's the cool thing.
Yeah, I enjoyed Harry Potter. I think I've still owned Harry Potter. So. Next up.
I'm curious how big this game's gonna end up being because like all 9 movies, like that's a lot.
I think every game will be an hour and a half. Every film will be like an hour and a half.
You think they'll go quick like that? Like it won't be
they
like
did anyway,
the
didn't
length of the original one.
Yeah, maybe
what
2
was the
hours.
original one? The whole prequel trilogy. I think it was. So I guess that
They did one for each of those trilogies.
They didn't do
Did
one
they?
for the new trilogy, though, did they?
No, they did Force Awakens. They didn't do like the other 2. There was a Force Awakens one.
So there wasn't like Lego Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, was there? It was just Lego.
No, it was the
prequel.
trilogy.
Okay.
And then it was the original trilogy, and then they did Force Awakens. Was I think the only solo film.
Okay. Cool. Daniel, you gotta be looking forward to this too, then, right?
Yeah, I mean, I want to see more of the game. Like, what is this game? Like, is it just like going through the eras? Like, I just want to know more. But I love Star Wars, so I'm very excited.
Find out soon. Next up, Horizon 2 Forbidden West will release on February 18th, 2022. Also, a 60 FPS patch has released for Horizon Zero Dawn on PS5.
I think that's it right now. Yeah.
I played it yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's pretty dope.
Smooth.
Yeah, and just ran around, killed some dinosaurs. Great
Cool.
sound effects in that game. I gotta shout out the sound design there. I'm fucking stoked. February 18th. Can't wait. Great date. Picking that February date again.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been better if it would have launched this year, but
Oh, bam. Yeah, would have been better, I guess. I'm still very happy with the date. I know February's packed now, so it's January and March are gonna be packed.
my
Early
God.
next year is just fucking swamped right now.
this
it
next
was a-
year's ridiculous.
Yeah, next year's gonna be crazy. A little weird to me. There wasn't like a trailer, or like a little bit more gameplay or something. They just kind of had the guy.
This got
pop up
blown
again.
right
It's like,
over.
hey, what's up? It's February 18th, and I was like, all right. I guess just Keeley was probably just like, Sony, you got to throw me a bone here and they gave him that. So good enough
Big
for me.
stage. So I think they just wanted to get in, say it, get out. They didn't want to like make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, and make a whole demo and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys looking forward to it then?
Of course. Sims probably is whatever about it, but
I think, first of all, I told you so. I said a long time ago, right at the beginning of a podcast, that it was going to get delayed. So, I mean, I'm not keeping score, but I'm winning.
I mean, I wasn't saying it wasn't.
This was
going
like
to.
this was a long time ago, though. Like, there was no news, there was no hints of it. It was just we saw it last year, and then I think we got maybe like May, June, when we had a guest on, and I was like, I just had this feeling in the day, and I was like, I just don't see it happening this year. And I think you guys were like, nah, and I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't until Herman Holst.
Yeah, of course, yeah, but even before that, I had my suspicions. But again, yeah, I am whatever about it. Like the next couple of trailers or the big gameplay reveal, another one that we see, you know, I can't think of the word. Assumedly, that's not a word, is it?
Assumably,
whatever. That one, yeah. Let's have that one. We're gonna see another thing that has to blow my socks off. This one didn't. I just, the game's too complicated. Like, you have to shoot the dinosaurs in the right place. You gotta put some tripwires. Oh no, thanks. Sorry.
That's the dumbest thing I think you've ever said.
No, it's just too stupid.
Too complicated.
It's just, why can't I just go up to dinosaur and just smack it straight in the face?
You can.
No, because you got to knock down. You got to hit the things in the right areas. It's like whatever. I'm happy for you, fucking future dinosaur nerds.
God forbid a game make you think a little. Okay, next up.
I want to tie something into something I didn't put in here. I want to tie it to real quick. Is the Jet Farshore has a release date? I think it's early October. I think it's the 5th. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
There's previews out right now, I think.
Today, yeah. Which I've not heard. I've not seen anything yet today.
I haven't seen anything either, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it's PlayStation stuff. So
release date of October the 5th, though, right?
The 5th. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the 5th. So yeah, pretty soon, which is great.
Since we're shouting out shit, shout out to Outlast Trials. Look forward to that.
I was too busy trying to get you a pre-order
thing, right?
No, that's not a VR game.
Is it just a third Outlast game?
Yeah, it's a third Outlast game.
I must have completely missed it.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get you an Xbox at this point.
Oh, you're trying to find me?
I was not paying attention to TV. Like,
they're available in the UK, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to get.
But no, I was trying to get. I was on the US websites and like getting you all the links. I'm a good friend. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Sounds like it.
You didn't find me one though, so you're not that good.
I gave you links. I gave you all I can give you is the stuff that I can give you. Like,
sure. Next up, TMNT Shredder's Revenge got a new trailer showing April O'Neil as a playable character. The game will release sometime in 2022.
Sad. I was hoping this game was going to release this year. I was so excited for this game.
Can't be too far out.
Yeah, I mean, they said 2022, so I'm not sure. I think this, I probably, if I were them, I would push this to like summer release date, honestly, because everything is so packed. Let this game have it. This seems like a cool summer game to me. I am just going to throw it out there. How the new image looks. April O'Neil's on their right of the turtles. If you look at their cover art, it looks like there's room for you know who on the other side.
Batman.
Yep. Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Yep.
Definitely not the guy with the fucking hockey mask.
Yes, that's what I was getting at. Casey Jones.
Kelly Clarkson, or whatever the fuck his name is.
No,
I don't know Ninja Turtles that well, I'll be honest.
But Casey, I think that's what kind of what I was getting at. I think that before the game comes out, they'll show Casey's also playable. So I think it'd be the 6 of them.
Definitely gotta have that guy in there. I'm surprised April O'Neil's a playable character before him.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm surprised. I mean, April's a fan favorite character, but like she's not really like she's not like a turtle.
She's like a news host. Like
she's a news reporter.
She's doing fighting crime now.
She's like Vicky Vale, basically.
Okay,
of that world.
Sure. Sibs, you look like a turtle.
What?
I think I've used that joke before. I'm sorry.
What does that mean?
My phone has just updated.
Oh, okay, cool. Xbox Series X available yet?
I'll keep looking for
Stay
it.
on that, Sims. Okay, thank you. Next up, we got a new preview for Sifu, and the game will release on February 22nd, 2022. February, man, fucking packed. Jesus.
How is it possible to be already broke in February?
What do you mean?
How is it
yeah,
possible to have
money.
no money? Like, no money in February. I'm already poor in February. I was like,
I hear you. Yeah, this game continues to impress though. Sims, I know you're a big fan.
yeah, man, looks dope. Like, there's that Midnight Express that just got like shown off. Fingers crossed we get that before, because that Midnight Express looks like it's be itching that.
Yeah, it was the
that spot in the back.
humble.
You can't quite get. You'll be on your down there.
What the hell is Midnight Express?
It was part of that humble
bundle
games that were going to Game Pass. There was like those 8 games that are coming day one to Game Pass. It was like a top-down brawler type of
I
game.
must have missed this.
It looked pretty.
Yeah, it looks dope, man. It was really good. Let me have a look.
I think it was Xbox's first thing on Tuesday. They showed.
Oh,
they had,
Midnight
like, the big deal
Fight
with
Express. Sorry.
Midnight Fight Express. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks cool. But Sifu, yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be delayed till next year at their last event, Sony's last event. So it's nice to have a solid release date now.
Nice and early too, at least. Okay, and then the last thing from Opening Night Live, Nobody Saves the World was shown off and is being released sometime in early 2022. This is the game from the Guacamelee guys, right?
It's Drinkbox.
They make Guacamelee, right?
Yeah. Drink. I just wanted to let you know what their name was. Yeah, Drinkbox.
Okay. Sure. There we go.
Yeah, and I think they said something about there being a co-op as well, like a co-op mode, which is cool. Guacamelee had co-op in it, which was really fun. I was very excited for this game when they showed it off. Again, I thought it was going to release this year, but it says early next year, so I would say probably March would probably be a good date for that. Please don't come out in February.
No more February.
No more February, please.
We're done. All right, cool. And that was Opening Night Live. Good show, I thought. Props to Keely. Keeps
Stop. We are not done with Opening Night Live, because
we're not.
Did you not see that Doki V?
The what?
Yeah. The game by the Black Desert Online studio. It was the horrifyingly weird little kid game.
Amazing. Looks absolutely incredible.
It was simultaneously hyper realistic, but also not at the same time, and it blew my mind. I didn't put it in the doc, but it was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
You need to watch it. I don't get why you're not watching it. I want to show you, but like, it's upsetting.
I think
it's the greatest trailer you've ever seen in your entire life. It's incredible. Ignore him. Ignore all his negativity.
Trailer I've ever seen.
It was amazing.
Like aged
it was amazing.
Multiple years.
It was amazing. Like, it was like Ghostbusters, like Tony Hawk's. It was like every game you could think of was you riding a car, you're on a bike, you're on some rollerblades, you're fighting monsters. Oh man, you don't.
They're like these kids were like going under other kids' arms for something. They're like circling. I don't know. It's like a little kid game. I don't know. It was weird. I have no idea what that game.
Tim seems so intrigued, and Daniel just seems disturbed.
I'm blown. My mind is blown.
I don't know who to follow.
I have no idea what to think about that game.
Kind of scared to watch it.
You should be scared.
Amazing.
You should be scared.
I don't even want to.
Absolutely incredible. Ignore him. Listen, I have bad takes, but this is not one of them.
You just told me Horizon's bad. I don't
it's
know.
Awful. It's an awful game. Like, there's nothing. I got no joy out of it. I played it 3 times and I had no fun 3 times. So that means it's a bad game.
The problem is that you played it 3 times.
I played it 3 times. Why
did you play a game?
I got halfway through the first time. The
Okay.
second time, I got bored. And the third time, I did this stupid podcast with you, and I felt like I have to earn some credibility, so I fucking played it.
I mean, you've lost all that, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's a good point. You don't really need it.
Terrible game.
Okay, now we're closing out Opening Night Live. We're all very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, it was. What do we think about the whole conference? Or at least the Opening Night Live, Keely's thing.
Good.
I thought it was great. Much better than expected.
Yeah,
Great.
That's exactly my opinion. Is I didn't come in thinking anything, and he, especially like that first half of it, because it was pretty long. That first half was just like he started with Saints Row, like he started it strong, So I think it was good.
Yeah, the first.
The ending on Death Stranding, very odd to me. Why? I totally thought this was later into some Blue Point shit. Or not Blue Box, excuse me. I totally
because him and Kojima, man. Him and Kojima.
Yeah, I'll say this though. What was at the end of that trailer?
I don't know, and I don't care.
It was like a fish aquarium in a room. And what's an aquarium, guys? It's a box that holds fish. And what color is water that's in that box, guys?
Blue, man.
Up next.
Natalie just went, oh, he's right.
That Rex guy comes in, you got it.
He comes in out of my door.
So, holy shit. People are saying that you can hear like Metal Gear Solid music in the trailer, and
sure, Garcia, you must be able to hear something. I totally thought, because I was at work and I turned it on at the very end because I'm like, okay, Keely's gonna do the one last thing and we'll get something big. So I was like, okay, I'll just watch this real quick. And it ended with that, and I was totally expecting like Abandoned popped up at the end.
It was like. It was a big question mark because obviously it kept going and going and going. I was like, why is Death Stranding at the end? Like, we know what this is. Roughly.
Yeah, but they're adding a lot.
Yeah,
but like an already announced version.
It's not.
Like, I can see if like the PS5 version never got announced. Why would you end it with this?
I'm just trying to give you a little. Something like he's really good friends with him.
Yeah, but this isn't the fatality, is it? At the end of a Mortal Kombat fight, is it? Like, this is not something that you end something with. And I get he's like bedrooms with like Kojima, but
I mean, this could be him buttering him up just a little bit for when that Xbox game comes out, and he's like, Kojima, why don't you come bring it to Game Awards or something? You know, so
we're under the assumption this Xbox game's next, though, aren't we? Who knows?
I think it is. I mean, Kojima works quick, especially with Death Stranding. He worked real quick with that game, so I think. I mean, it's been since 2019 that he hasn't put out a game.
What next?
I will say they finally added stuff to do in Death Stranding. Looks great.
Oh, they've made a game now.
Yeah, you can actually play stuff and try to have fun now. What a fucking update.
I do want to shout out though when he goes off the ramp and does like some flips off the bike. That was pretty cool.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, where was that in the original game? A fucking jetpack? Yeah, that sounds great. Robot that walks the shit for you? Fucking perfect. Like, release the half-done game in 2019. Finish it now.
No,
okay, up next.
I think Death Stranding.
And no one bats on Bastard Island.
All we need next is an update to make the story make any sort of sense. Up next.
The game was visually amazing.
Willems,
whatever. Who knows? Who even cares who these people are?
It's a story for me. And I thought it was. You want me to set it up?
James, here. I'll set. Let me read it.
Okay.
Everyone, calm down. Not only did James Willems get to voice a character in Psychonauts 2, so has Elsa Willems.
Elise,
whatever. I don't know their names. I saw them once in the Cuckoo interview.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these two are funny.
Yeah, they're great.
I never saw them again.
So I want to tell you this a little story about them. So when James, he's from Funhouse, so is Elise. They're both from Funhouse. They were at the I forget what event it was. They were at the event when they showed this game off in 2015. And James, that's his favorite game of all time, is the first one. And he went on like some Funhouse thing afterwards, and he was like, "I will literally do anything in this game. I'll voice a toilet." And then that got so popular. Obviously, Tim Schafer's really cool. He ended up getting in touch with James to like voice a character. And I guess they had room for Elise as well. And they are characters in one of the worlds. I think it's pretty early in the game. I haven't run into them yet, but they voice like some really pompous rich couple. And I'm excited to see who they are.
Did you start this game?
I
haven't gotten a chance yet. I'm going to start it tonight.
I've played like a little over an hour.
Cool.
I'll talk about it later.
Okay, cool. Sims, you got anything to say on that?
Good for them.
No?
It was good time.
Good for them.
Good for them, man.
It's just a cool story.
Yeah, it is.
Next up, Hellraiser's Pinhead is headed to Dead by Daylight in September.
Yeah.
I don't like these movies. The guy freaks me the fuck out.
He looks weird.
I'm not fucking with this guy. I'm not fucking with this game.
It's just cool. Like Dead by Daylight's just like, you got a horror IP? Let's put your thing in there. And they got everything. It's awesome.
Even if they aren't, start putting like fucking Care Bears in there or something.
Oh my god. Imagine getting murdered by a Care Bear.
sounds. I can't tell if that would be, great or.
I don't know.
Or
I don't
warm
know.
and fuzzy.
Yeah, that might be the way you want to go.
Being smothered by a Care Bear.
Next up, you're finally awake. I read your thing there, Daniel. You happy?
Thank you. I put that.
Skyrim is getting another re-release with the anniversary edition coming on November 11th, marking the 10-year anniversary of the game. The game will be released on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and PC. You can get the visual upgrade for free if you have the special edition of the game. But if you want any of the extra enhancements and add-ons and whatnot, you got to pay $30, I believe.
I forget the price. I think you might be right.
I think it was 30. That's only.
Yeah, they're adding fishing as well.
I was about to say that. Yeah, fishing. I'm sold.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
You get to
I'm
get
on
the
the
fish,
game
which is
again.
pretty cool. Yeah, it's really awesome, especially if you, like you said, you already bought the other version, the like new special version or whatever it was. You just get this for free. It's awesome. Like this is.
I own.
Yeah, if you have a new version, like this is going to be on Game Pass as well, so you just be able to play it there.
Releasing the same day as the GTA 5 next gen upgrade.
Whoa, look at that! These games, both games never die.
No, never die. Can't die. I'll totally play this game again. Here's what I want. Don't let me carry my trophies over. That way I can go and platinum it again. I'll put another 200 hours in. I'll do it. Fucking do it.
I'll do it.
Don't make me.
I'll wake up again.
I'll do it. Fucking will. Yeah, I hope it looks good, like visually. I don't know.
That game's always looked great, I think. So, I mean, if you have the PC version, they've had a lot of mods that even make it even better. I've always been impressed, especially when that game first came out in 2011.
Speaking of Skyrim mods, have you guys seen Sky Oblivion?
No.
Anything? It's someone's been remaking Oblivion in the Skyrim engine. It's fucking awesome. Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool looking mod. I can't wait for that to release. Sims, Skyrim.
Keep them coming. Like,
keep them coming.
It's a meme, but the game's incredible. Like the game holds up 10 years on. Like,
yeah.
What can we say? Like, and then you're giving me fishing. All right. I don't know if I still own the other version. I remember buying it a couple of years ago, the PS4 version.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was like, I'll be a magician. Or a mage.
I'll be a magician.
Yeah, just pulling out rabbits to fight these fucking druids.
Penn and Teller.
Out of your hat. You do that Doctor Strange shit, man,
But yeah, I definitely I just looked away from the screen and you're all waving your arms around like, yeah, I'm good for good. I know it sounds really sarky and sarcastic, but good for them and keep coming, man. Like this is it's a good time. And this game, people buy it, people love this game, people still play it to this day. So congratulations. And if it's on the Games Pass, then I'll win twice.
Shout out
I played through it 3 times already, and still
That's
every
awesome.
time you find something new.
Yeah, I've never completed the campaign. Shout out to
You've never hold on a minute. We can't just brush past this information. If I was forced to play Horizon,
I played 250 hours of Skyrim on 360, and I didn't beat the game. I'm sorry. I went and did all the other stuff that are better than the main campaign in the game.
Fair enough, but you need to finish the.
No, I don't. I'm done.
You do.
I never want to play Skyrim again.
No, you do.
I'll play the new one.
Credits on it. You didn't beat it.
You didn't beat the game.
I didn't.
You fake gamer.
I didn't.
You fake gamer. You fake gamer.
You didn't beat Skyrim.
You didn't beat
I'm the fake
Skyrim.
gamer. You're
You
right.
didn't
You're
beat
right.
Skyrim.
I don't care.
You didn't beat Skyrim. So
I don't care.
whatever list you've got written down, if top 200
You want me to
Daniel's.
see how many games?
Go and get the top 200 games. Go and get your top 200 games list and take Skyrim
it's
off
on
there.
there.
Exactly. Why? You don't
Where's
know.
that?
You don't know because you didn't beat it.
Possibly have a proper opinion.
You've got no opinion on it. How
you're
dare
right.
you?
You're right.
How dare you?
Hey, where's it at?
I'm offended. I might have to stop
I'm
the show.
offended.
Great. Let's do it.
Great.
Let's do it.
It's number 132 on my
Wow.
Well, you
list.
need to
Remove
take
that
that,
somewhere.
man. You need to.
But continue.
Next up, Black Myth Wukong.
Wukong.
Sure. Was shown off with a new extended gameplay trailer, showing off the upcoming action role-playing game. The game is being made by a Chinese indie developer called Game Science.
Yeah, this game just keeps impressing. This game's insane.
What is
I
it?
watched the gameplay. I wasn't impressed, honestly.
It just looks so
I
good.
thought like the enemies look cool, and like he was like fighting that dragon thing that looked cool, but like he was kind of just doing the same move over and over again. He would just like swing that big thing around and then throw
I'm
it
just
down.
more impressed just how the
Why is he just
visually-
pressing one button over and over again?
What's it
Yeah,
coming
it looks
out?
really cool.
What's it
Visually,
coming
it's
out?
running on Unreal Engine 5, so I believe it's coming to just next gen consoles and PC. But
They haven't said anything about a date or anything.
who knows how the release date's going to work with this
It'll probably be next year.
being a Chinese studio and whatnot.
It's a small team, very small team too. But yeah, it
Listen,
looks
we know
great.
what
I
happened
think-
with the small team that had Unreal Engine 5. Bad things.
Oh, is Abandon on Unreal Engine 5?
Yeah, they tried to.
I
They're trying
think
to.
it's
Build it.
about-
That's what the
I
problem
think
is.
so.
Okay. Well,
All
Yeah,
I'm saying
fine.
is I can't trust Daniel's opinion anymore, and like it,
he hasn't beat Skyrim.
he hasn't been Skyrim.
How could you?
In all fairness, the game looks sick. This ape thing. He's got a samurai sword. Like the snow looks sick. The snow looks ridiculous. Have you seen this snow?
Yeah,
Like snow, all right.
looks great.
White and shit. Okay, next up.
Snow.
The July 2021 video game MPD numbers have been released.
Yeah, let's go through these real quick.
We'll go through these. Number 20, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Number 19, Resident Evil Village. All the way down from 6 last month.
Yeah.
Game shit.
Not looking too good though. Game shit now. I like that game. Number 18, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Great game. Number 17, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Number 16, new one, Neo, The World Ends With You. All the way down to
Nice.
16.
Good for them though.
Yeah,
It's a small game.
Maybe they're happy with that. We'll see.
Yeah.
15,
Nice,
Mortal Kombat 11. 14, Super Mario 3D World. 13, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 plus 2. Let's go. Where's 3
Yeah, I
plus
think that was on sale, so I think that's why it got a big
Rumored to be on
boost.
PS Plus this month. Rumored.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
That'd be a good
Rumored.
one. You guys should download that. We could all play. Go in
No,
there.
I actually
some
I bought it.
action.
I'm part of this because I bought it with the sale.
Oh, did you? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You playing it?
I tried the first level. I need to go back. I mean, there's just so much to play. So
Interesting. Number 12, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Number 11, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, all the way down from 1.
Yeah.
Number
I mean,
11.
the price is not going to help that game.
No, not one bit. Not one bit. Number 10, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Number 9, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Number 8, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Number 7, MLB The Show 21. Number 6,
Nice.
Mario Golf Super Rush. Number 5, Minecraft.
I love it.
Here's another one. Number 4, Mario Kart 8. You know what was just pointing out to me is that Mario Kart 8 came out in 2014, and like
Yeah.
everyone always complains about GTA not having a 6, but we never complained about Mario Kart.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
need
it's
more complaints
deluxe.
about a new Mario Kart.
Yes.
Number 3, new one, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin.
Nice.
Crazy. All the way up at 3. The power of the Switch, man.
Yeah. Also, just that franchise is really big right now.
Number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And then your new number 1, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Switch. There you go. Fucking
Mhm.
hell. That game sucks, so I don't know why.
is it that bad?
Suck.
No, it sucks. I've played it. It sucks. The
Daniel, I
controls are
can't take your opinions
complete
anymore
ass
because
in that
like you
game.
didn't finish Skyrim, so kind of.
The game I finished Skyrim Sims.
Did
know
you?
what I didn't
Oh
finish?
right. So I was like,
Yeah, I platinumed it. I also got like hella achievements in it. You
I
gotta
got
look.
loads of achievements on Xbox.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Skyward
but
Sword, no good, no
Skyward Sword, trash. Absolute trash.
hot garbage.
Hot garbage. I wouldn't even call it hot. It's cold garbage. Even worse. Garbage. All right. That's it for the news this
There's
week.
one more
Unless I'm
thing.
missing something.
One more
What
thing.
am
I would like to talk
missing?
about one more thing as well.
Okay,
I
sure.
have
Would you
one more
guys want to
thing,
talk about this? The expansion, The Witch Queen for Destiny 2, will launch February 22nd next year. Bungie also teased the next few expansions called Lightfall and The Final Shape.
Mm-hmm.
Bum, bum, bum. You guys go ahead. Give your opinions first.
I just wanted to shout that out because it's really important. But look at it, it's at February 22nd release date again. Like February, like the Witch Queen. This is a huge expansion. This is like their biggest expansion they've had in a very long time. So they're really building to this. And they said that these three here that I have, the Witch Queen, Lightfall, Final Shape, is going to be like a trilogy, a story trilogy that it's going to kind of like wrap up whatever storyline's happening right now, and then the future of Destiny will be after the Final Shape.
Will they make Destiny 3 then? Because that's kind of just what I'm waiting
That's
for.
kind of, I don't think so. I don't know, but that's kind of the vibe that I got from what they were saying. That maybe this will sunset Destiny 2 as a trilogy, and then they'll go forward. But
That's kind of
really
what
cool.
I wanted. I know I'm not.
I've been waiting for 3. I haven't
Destiny, but yeah.
I haven't played either.
Oh, okay. So you're in the same boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of want the next one.
Forsaken was the last big thing I played.
Yeah, I'm sure fans of Destiny 2 and people that are still playing it are very happy with all these expansions coming out. But yeah, for me personally, I give me the next Bungie game.
Yeah, give me number 3.
Sims, are you even into Destiny? It kind of seems like your cup of tea.
He's not into shooters though. FPS.
Oh yeah, he's only FPS.
Me, Sam, and Natalie last year. Yeah.
I think you played last
we
year.
did, yeah.
Right?
We put it on. I was just lost, but like I was taken aback by like how well the gameplay was, like the shooting mechanics. Like these games are service games. Like you get put in, and especially for someone like small-minded like myself, if it's like peppering information at you or not telling you enough, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like I don't know where to start. I don't know who to talk to. So I was there for a couple of days and I had a really good time with it, but again, it's a commitment. Like I'm struggling with Avengers right now. Like I want to get into it. Like I've got that itch, but I'm like,
would a 3 get you back to? Like if they were like Destiny 3, would you go and play Destiny?
Yeah,
3? Brand new game.
I think so. Yeah, like put it on Game Pass. Yeah,
everything. That's what's awesome is all of this is going to Game Pass too.
Yeah,
I don't think we mentioned that. Well, everything of Destiny 2 has right now is Game Pass. They made a big deal with Xbox. Everything they have is on Game Pass. Every expansion, all that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't want to get anybody like too hyped, but they've just announced a new Yu-Gi-Oh game.
You literally have ruined my entire life.
Hold on a minute. What's everyone's beef with Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's a worse card game.
Oh my!
There are better card games than Yu-Gi-Oh. Not that it's a bad card game. There are better card games than Yu-Gi-Oh. So
I hate Yu-Gi-Oh. Fuck that spiky hair motherfucker.
Oh man, listen. You don't understand. I've got the God cards on my wall. That's
I'm
how
Pegasus
much I love
all
it.
the way Toon World. You know what I mean? Toon World deck all the way. I'm not Team Yugi. I don't care about Yugi. Pegasus is cool. He's got that cool eye, long hair.
Yugi boy. Lovely.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, moving on.
But for real, Magic is a way better card game.
I'd say I disagree, but only because you didn't finish Skyrim.
Opinions don't count. They don't count anywhere. Fuck Yu-Gi-Oh! Fuck Pokemon. Fuck all that shit. You know, Digimon all day.
So
Digimon.
I would like to bring to the table for last ditch news. WWE 2K22 been delayed. Got a little trailer. I've not watched this trailer because I'm supposed to be reacting to it. But then, like, reading the news, like, it's been delayed. I'm just like, what am I reacting to? Like,
is it delayed out of this year?
So it's delayed to March 2022.
March, okay.
And then there's rumored to be like infighting, like disagreements, and like I think WWE are pissed off with 2K because they can't get this game out fast enough, and it's not, you know, of the last.
This is normally a yearly franchise.
Yeah,
right?
this is you know, on the same route as your Maddens and your FIFAs and your all them, you know, annual trash fire games that are all the same. So I personally, I'm okay with it. Like, bring the game out in March, just before Mania. Everyone's talking about some wrestlings. Everyone's having a good time. Why bring it out at fall and people? If it gets bad reception, people aren't gonna buy it. But I could keep talking about it, but I know we're running late. But March 2022 for a WWE game. That's okay. I think that's the better decision. I think they'll make more money. I feel like they'll get more eyes on it because a lot of people were watching wrestling. They've been leading up to like the big WrestleMania main event, which probably be the biggest main event of Mania history, which is rumored to be. Help
sales.
It's rumored to be Dwayne the Rock Johnson, biggest Hollywood movie star of all time, versus Roman Reigns, one of the biggest and best wrestlers at the moment. So why not release it at the same time as all eyes are on that? Especially if Dwayne the Rock Johnson's involved in WrestleMania. You know, mums and dads are watching it at that point.
People are going to want to watch and want to play the game. It could help boost sales. Yeah,
definitely.
Are they worried at all about this? What's the other organization?
The AEW game.
Yeah. Is that like?
I wouldn't say.
We don't have a release date for that game either, though.
I think
that game might be still a ways out.
Do you mean in the gaming franchise, or do you mean as a wrestling company?
I just mean, like, is that game going to end up competing with this, or is that game going to be like a much lower tier thing? Like, is that going to be the FIFA and the other soccer game that's kind of big?
Now it's called eFootball. They changed
eFootball. Yeah, Is that what it's going to end up being like?
I think it would just be its own entity. Like, they will be competing because they're wrestling games, but they're going to do their own thing. They're not going to go. I don't think the brief trailer that we did watch of AEW, like, they're not going for realism. They're going for people. I don't play wrestling games for realism. I mean, it's a great feature. Don't get me wrong. These characters look like these characters, but when it comes to the actual action wrestling, I don't want realistic wrestling. I want, not over the top like Battlegrounds, but like, arcadey, in between of arcadey and like realistic, like just in that middle ground where it's not too realistic and it's not too like crazy. And then you've got a great wrestling game, like the original SmackDown games on the PS1, they were great, and the N64 games, they were good, and like the first three PS2 games, they were fantastic because they didn't take themselves too seriously. Like, they were just you hit the button, you hit the character, you pressed the reversal, and you had a great time with it, and it looked great. So
I do want to add a little fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Connor, this is for you. To your question, is the original developers that were working with 2K are doing the AEW game?
Yeah. Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah. So like,
do you think that might end up being more what you're looking for?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. 2K want to make this flashy, realistic game, and I don't feel like they don't understand their audience. I don't think they don't understand it. They think they're working with the NBA audience that want a realism, and we don't. It's not real. Let's face it. Sorry, wrestling fans, but it's not.
There's a level of realism.
Of course there is, yeah, but it's not. It's not a sport, is it?
I know.
It requires fitness, but
there is a level of physicality.
Of course, yeah. Like it requires fitness
that people don't appreciate enough.
No, 100%. But it's not a sport. Like, it's not. It's only covered on Fox News and Fox Sport because of the massive deal that they've got going on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Moving on.
I like wrestling talk. Wrestling.
I can't believe you didn't go to AEW yesterday. I'm devastated. You would have seen CM Punk, and CM Punk.
My brother had a great time.
Has he got any pictures for me?
Oh, your brother went.
Yeah, I'll tell him to send me some.
Sweet, man.
He got some pictures.
You don't understand, man. I was like, on Friday when they actually showed CM Punk, like, I was like goosebumps, and then when seeing that man crying, like, because that's been made massive hullabaloo, like people are taking a piss, but like Tommy Dream is trying to get to him so we could sort him out with some tickets. Some other companies want to work with him because of crying on TV. I understand the guy, man. This guy, like, this CM Punk's been going for 7. Doesn't matter. We need a wrestling.
Okay, moving on. Make a wrestling podcast, Sims.
That's the idea.
We're done with the news, right? Yeah. Okay, we're going to move on to what we have been playing. I think we all want to start with 12 minutes because we have all played and beaten it.
This might be the first time in a long time that we've all played the same game. We've all beaten the same game in the week.
Yeah. We're going to get heavy into spoilers here, right?
Right, so what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to take this part out. We're going to leave it in the show, but I'm going to take it out and make it its own individual thing.
Okay.
Sure, like that.
I'm going to work around it. Okay, so we'll figure something out. But we are going to go full spoiler territory.
Yeah, full spoilers. Yep. I would, real quick, I would like to do this more often. I feel like I don't get enough chances to talk like full spoilers about things, like about
100%.
what I actually like about games. So like from now on, I think if we're, if me and Daniel beating a game and Sims doesn't plan on playing it, or all three of us are at the same point and have beaten a game or whatever, we're gonna go into spoilers and we'll be sure to warn people about that. But
sure.
Yeah, I want to get more into
I brought that up to you guys about the
Feel free just go and
record.
Feel free to just record your own thing.
Sure, yeah, we can do that too.
Even if it's 10-minute content, like 10 minutes content, people love that 10-minute content.
They do, definitely.
Right.
Okay.
Spoiler mode
minutes.
from right now.
Right now. Okay. What do we all play 12 minutes on? Because I played it on Steam through my PC.
Series X.
I started it on the Series S. It felt okay, clunky, because it's just one controller, one movement with the stick, A to grab items, drag items. I then, because I just wanted to feel it on the PC, went upstairs, went to download it on the Games Pass app on the PC, and then I'm going proper tangent, but this is important. I clicked play, and then the game crashed, and I was like, hold on a minute, what's going on here? So I updated my drivers. I disabled my firewall after some research, and then I found this random Reddit post, right? And this guy was like, "Listen, if you type this massive link into your like search directory on your PC, you will come across these folders. Okay, click this, click another folder, and then go into a notepad." And he goes, "It will say something along the lines of like full screen mode, comma 1 dot comma or something daft like that." Because if you change that 1 to a 0, save it, the game will play. And I was like, this is never going to work in a million years. And fuck me sideways, it worked. PC gamers, man. Why?
Just the robot shit. Like, what was going on here? What'd you do? Hack the mainframe? Like, what the
Hack
fuck?
mode.
So I was like, so that, I'd come off the Xbox. I put, let's say 7 o'clock, 12 minutes till 9 o'clock. Sorted the kids out, put the kids to bed, give them a little kiss. Good night, Daddy's going to have a good time in 12 minutes. I'd already downloaded it on PC, so nothing could possibly go wrong. I started playing 12 minutes again at 11 o'clock. 2 hours I was trying to figure this bullshit out. But on the PC, the game's so much better. Point and click. It's a mouse game.
Real quick, because I want to get into the game. I had no problem with the controls, really. It didn't bother me.
It was the fact that I had the option. And when I went over and to choose that option, I was like, "Oh, this is so much better." Which is fine.
The controls didn't bother me at all.
No, but I just feel it's better on the mouse. That's all I will say.
I'm sure it was made with it for sure.
Yeah, it's the first time I played a game on mouse and keyboard since like Roller Coaster Tycoon in like 2002 or some shit. Yeah, let's get into the game though. Overall, I'll start. I enjoyed the game overall for the most part. I liked the story enough. I was intrigued throughout the whole playthrough. I definitely wanted to continue and figure out what was going on more with, you get into the wife's background stories, or she's not your wife yet, girlfriend, whatever. And then, that
She's
starts.
your wife.
Her.
Is she your wife at that point?
Yeah.
Okay, sure, whatever. And then you start getting into that backstory, and then the cop's backstory, and your own backstory, and then how that all blends together. I was intrigued by it all. It's just this game frustrated the fucking shit out of me.
Very aimless.
Yeah, I thought some of the puzzles and like the things you put together made absolutely no sense. Some of them were really smart, like the how to get the cop to turn on the light switch after
that was probably the best part.
Putting her to bed. Yeah, I thought that was a good, well thought out puzzle. But then some of them were just like dumb, especially the ending ones. The one with the shirt, the shirt, the flower. I guess that kind of makes sense because you read the flower name on there, but I don't understand why you had like a 5-second window to give the cop the shirt.
Yeah,
and the
very
game.
Quick.
Yeah, it's super quick. Go ahead, Sims.
There's apparently 2 ways of doing it.
What's the other way?
Well, Greg Miller, kind of funny. He said that.
How's that where he's from?
He had him on the floor, in the usual scenario, and then he showed him that way.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool because it's right there. You could grab the shirt in the drawer, or the clothes in the drawer, and just show it to him. Interesting. Okay.
Sims, what are your overall thoughts with the game?
I genuinely like all the way up to the end, and the ending I have problems with because I wasn't sure if I'd ended the game. And there's like so many different endings. There's endings with and without credits. So you can leave that game any which way you want to and take it the way you want to take it. So I love the game every minute right up until the end because I was so frustrated because I was continuing to play the game and I was like, what do I have to do? And it was like, and then I Googled it because I didn't want to Google anything. Like, don't get me wrong. You guys are giving me like 1-word tips. Like Connor was like light switch. I was like light switch. I think Daniel said, you said something about Skyrim. No,
I said something about the phone.
Yeah, and I'd figured that out already. It was so hard to communicate with each other because we all wanted to like.
No, I didn't want to. You didn't want me to spoil anything for you because we had already beaten the game.
So it was like, this game drove me like insane because I was like thinking about it like when I woke up, like when I was like pottering around the house, driving, thinking. There was a part where like I needed the woman to talk to the man, and I just couldn't figure out how. And I was like, well, I've already drugged you once, and then he's gone in there, and then done the switch. So I was like, well, why not I just sit down and have a word with this girl? I was like, listen, this is happening. He kind of like investigates this room. So if you just play like dead on the bed, every time I do it, he gets electrocuted, and then we can talk to him together and convince him to fuck off. And then I spoke to Connor about my idea, and he was like, "No, that is not an option. Like, there's no way for you for her to play dead. Like, there's no way." And I was like, "But that
was one thing that bothered me is like, why couldn't you with that? Because that when you said that to me, I remember that like, oh, that would make so much fucking sense if I just told her everything that's going on right away, and we just plan this all out together inside the time limit. But you couldn't. Continue.
I was just over and analyzing everything. Of like, but like. I'd figured out everything by myself. This game made me feel like fucking Einstein. The fact that like within 20 minutes, I'd figured out where the stopwatch was. Like I was like, I for some reason just hid in the closet, closed the door, and then just watched this scene play out. And I was like, I'm fucking clever, right? I'm fucking Steve's got a fucking nugget. And I was like, yes. And then I figured out the next situation. I was stuck at that point because I tried to figure out the light switch. Big up to Connor, and then it was
Dahlia. Yeah.
Dahlia. And I remember opening the drawer and I'm looking at it, looking at the baby girl going, Dahlia, fuck's sake. Like, oh, and then, going.
You kind of get, if you let the very first loop go.
Yeah, I do.
It really hints at a lot of stuff.
It gives you everything you need. I let the first loop completely go.
So that's what I would recommend to anybody first playing this game. Play that first loop and do nothing. Let it accept exactly what it wants you to do. Talk to her about the dessert. Sit down, eat. Let everything unfold. Let him break in and all that. Like, just let it play, and then start figuring it out. Because there's a lot that they hint at.
You find out about his mother's. You find out about his mom. You find out that she's pregnant. Yeah, like. I want to go through each run like really quickly. Like, so I'll start with me. So I hid in a closet, found out what's going on. I obviously electrocuted him. Went for his stuff. Got some information about his the nanny. Got about her. She like come back to finish the job, and then I took his phone, and then I was like, I wrote down the numbers. Like, wrote down the numbers on a piece of paper, and then
took a picture of it.
You don't have to.
Yeah. No, because you don't. Yeah, but you didn't.
Phone number for the daughter I had to. I was like, I don't know.
Really? No, you just go to the phone. It saves it.
It saves it.
Did it?
But obviously, in the moment, you're like, I'll fucking write that down. I want that now. And then obviously restarted the loop, and then he rang the daughter. She put the phone down on me straight away. Spoke to the wife, told her everything. Rang the insurance company, waited on the phone for a good 12 minutes.
I didn't get that.
What insurance company?
I didn't get the insurance number. I guess you get it from the cop.
It's in the phone.
It's from the cop. Yeah.
It's in the phone because, if you read the messages, the text messages in the phone.
Oh, then you get the number as well.
Yeah, because obviously,
I didn't get that number.
Obviously, the messages in the phone were saying, we missed a payment for the treatment. Obviously, his daughter's talking to you. She's texting.
Yeah, see,
you
I
and
just
stuff.
I got the daughter's number. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
He explains the cancer stuff later. But,
Yeah, I never got the information that the daughter was sick until later.
Yeah, me neither.
You're not thorough enough.
Real quick, Daniel, what were your overall thoughts?
I think it's a good game. I have a lot of problems, especially playing so many loop games this year. I think that this game could have been way shorter and tighter, maybe even more linear, and I think would have made it better. Cut a lot of the aimlessness out. I think the performances were awesome. We didn't talk about that. The big standout was Daisy Ridley. She's amazing in this game.
If you didn't tell me Daisy Ridley was in this, I would have never known.
Yeah. James McAvoy is also great. You hear him all the time, obviously. Willem Dafoe, he really just kind of plays Willem Dafoe, but I love Willem Dafoe, so he's also really good.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. I really liked it. But it's not like high on my list. It was definitely the most disappointed I've been with a game this year because I was really excited for it, and it's just not as good as I wanted it to be.
I think they could have cut out a bit of the it just kind of got repetitive when I was in the same conversation because you want to get back to the one point that you're thinking of that like, oh, maybe this will change things.
That's where they could have cut a lot out right there.
Yeah, and then I'm doing, fucking 10 minutes of this playthrough just to get to one part. And
or have a kill switch.
I
think having a kill switch would have helped. Just
I
like
don't mean you were talking about this, but this game could have learned a lot from the Forgotten City.
100%.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things that the Forgotten City did with that loop mechanic that made it much quicker and a lot less repetitive that this game could have learned from.
Have me be able to start that loop immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Restart it. Like I think that would help this game in particular.
You just leave the apartment, can't you?
I wanted to give me a button. Boom, restart.
I love this game. Like, it's top 3 for me. Like I had such a good time with it. Like that, I wasn't bothered. I was frustrated, when maybe something didn't go. Like there was like a stupid I took the photo off the fridge because I thought, I could just give it him, and he doesn't want anything to do with you 90% of the time, so he would just give you a good clap and you back to the beginning. I'm like, why have I got to leave it on the fridge? Like let's just so obviously do it again. But I was never bored. I was always always thinking, always ticking over, like proper using the old noggin, and when I figured it out, I just felt amazing about myself. I was like, you know what, Steve, you did a good job today. And I was like, you know what, I did. But when I got to the end and all of it had came out, the confession, and I figured out who I was and I figured out who they were.
Yeah, let's talk about the end. That's really what I want to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about the end.
Can we tie this in? Let's just do the story overall is kind of what I want to do.
Go ahead.
I did really enjoy the story for the most part. There's that last week Friday where I think Sims, you were playing it while I was at work the whole time, and I only played a couple hours the night before, and we were just texting back and forth about it because I was so intrigued and into it at that point. But the story overall was really good. I thought, I think I tweeted out it was like a M. Night Shyamalan movie, and it really was. A lot of twists there. Great initial premise, and I think that carries throughout the whole thing. That initial premise is so intriguing when you first die and stuff. I wish I never saw a trailer for this game before I played it. Then you would have got that shock value still.
Yeah. Did she kill her father? And who is this cop?
I thought the main character's emotions were kind of weird. He wasn't freaking out enough for me. If you were in that situation, I'd be freaking the fuck out.
I think that's just how the game is. I think if this game had a bigger budget and all that,
there was a couple at the end where he got on his knees at one point and was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck do I do?" And that's how you felt as the player.
Oh yeah,
too.
definitely.
You're what the fuck is going on?
Especially when you think you're like, I did it, and then you didn't.
It's exactly. There was that one part. There was one moment where I think I'd put it in the chat, and it's exactly what I thought. I did everything fucking right. No, why? I miss it so much. Honest to God.
So let's just talk about the ending.
Yeah, and then you get to the ending overall. The whole. I feel like all the stories kind of interweave and come together between the main character, the cop, and your wife. And the wife had a really interesting backstory throughout the whole time. I think that's the thing that really makes you keep coming back. But then it all comes together, and you find out you're the wife's stepbrother. Oh, okay. So this is an incest game.
Well,
They share the same
they
dad.
have the same father. His mother is the nanny, and then her mother was the one that went crazy.
Okay, so they are related.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. The ending, it's weird.
What do you think happened?
What do I think happened?
What do you think that this game is actually? Because I could tell you what I think.
I mean, from like the final ending, which is the one I looked up, there was like 5 different endings or whatever the fuck, and I got like 2 of them, the alone one and then some other one, and then I looked up like the very end one, and it seems like the brother is being hypnotized by the dad to not love the sister anymore.
So I'll just go ahead and real quick and say what I think it is. So I think that the entire game is all in James McAvoy's head. There is no cop. The cop is the dad. That's why if you get 2 different endings, there's one ending that he has a wig on. It's still Willem Dafoe. And then there's another ending where it's just Willem Dafoe, he's bald. I think that it is the dad trying to convince him to this isn't love. This is unnatural. This is your stepsister. And then I think the real ending, I'll put in quotes, is the hypnotizing. Is like he's just like, just help me. I want to forget it. And you get hypnotized to.
It's when you click the book, isn't it?
Yes, it's the book and the quote. And then I think you just have to let him tell the quote to the dad. That's what I think.
The problem I have is like the only problem I really had with the game was like all of a sudden he's like, oh, I remember now. For some reason I didn't know. Is that what? Because he was hypnotized? Like you think it's all in his head? Like don't you? Like it's all in his head. Like, but all of a sudden, like, he sees the Dahlia and just freaks out, and obviously he's like, blah blah blah. He finds out. He did the scenario, and then all of a sudden he remembers. What made him forget? Like, how can you forget?
I just assume it's maybe memory suppression, stuff like that.
Suppress stuff like that, mate. When you're banging your sister, you're banging your sister. You don't forget that shit. All right. Okay.
So I'm speaking from experience here. All right.
Listen. I don't live in America. All right. You guys, you do whatever you want to do with your sisters. All right. I'm telling you now. All right. You fucking people from Alabama.
I'm not from Alabama.
No one here is from Alabama.
I know. I'm not going to attack you guys, am I?
Okay.
The problem, that was the one thing that really goes like, how do you forget something like that? And if he's being like hypnotized, it's just a weird M. Night Shyamalan ding dong like ending. I know it sounds sick, but I'd like why tell her? Like, just like I'm a typical man. I just want a quiet life. I'm just like let's just go with this. Like let's give him the fucking. The thing, because there's a way, isn't there? The thing
is like the dad would never just be okay with that.
Yeah, but he's dead now, and he's dead at this point.
No,
he's alive.
I don't think that any of that is real.
Yeah, if it's not actually real,
the pregnancy isn't real. Like that's what I think that none of that is real.
So
that is just like
it's literally the beginning of the so-so relationship. Dad's found out about it.
Yeah, or maybe not to who knows how far, but there is a relationship.
And he sat down in this weird ass room. And he's like, listen, you can't.
He's like having a talk.
So there's either 2 ways about it. Either the dad dies and this whole relationship spirals out of control. Cop turns up, kills everyone, 12 loops. Or there's, all right, let's hypnotize me and let's sort this shit out because I'm a bit freaky dicky. I like the ending where like you tell the daughter there's another option where he said the daughter tells him, no, don't bother, it's not worth it, I don't want you to pay for my treatment this way, and he's like, oh, okay, Bumblebee, and then turns off and never comes in. And then you can tell the wife that you know everything. Oh, I'm not bothered. Are you bothered? No. Well, let's live happily ever after. You go into the room together and you have a bit you just have a nice little cuddle, and then the game just ends. Again, it goes back to the loop. I like that ending. I know it sounds like a bit freaky, and it's just
that's a good ending.
Or I had obviously there's the confession ending where like He literally, like, he gets the watch. He's like, "Oh, thank you so much," and it's like, and she's like, "Don't you worry about it. You go on. Don't you worry. Let's have a good time." And then you two embrace and like, "Is it over?" It's like, "Yeah, done." And that was the ending. But imagine me after that trying to think, well, why am I still fucking looping? And then the fact that the fact that you have to look at the clock for more than a minute. Who's looking at that clock for more than a minute?
That was the dumbest one. To get that ending is like, I did not understand that one at all.
Because when even if I'd have done that on my own, because I had to Google at that point, I wouldn't have felt clever. I'd have turned on the game. At this point, I turned on the game. I was like, stupid. That makes none of it makes sense, but that doesn't make sense. Like, unless you accidentally leave it on the phone, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I click it, Natalie shouts me for a coffee or whatever, and then I turn around and it's like, why am I in this room? This is weird. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, when you're looking at it, like slowly,
yeah,
you can see it slowly fading. So that's when
But who has the patience? Who has the patience to do that?
Because I'm just trying to figure out the game. So I just saw it starting to fade. So then I just let it go.
And then when you're alone and you get the watch, you can move the handles. I didn't even know you could do that. I'd watched all these on YouTube in the end. I like my ending. I like the confession ending. Babe, like he has the watch. His daughter's okay, and we're okay. Like, I like that ending. The game is
kind of
fantastic.
Like my main problem with the game overall is that I never, with most puzzle games, I get that aha moment, like, oh, okay, this is it, and then I feel accomplished. I never felt like that in this game, really. I just felt like I was throwing shit at the wall, seeing what stuck. That's how I kind of felt the whole time, except for the light switch one. I thought that one was smart enough, but yeah, most of the time it was just throwing shit at the wall, see what sticks. International 12 minutes, guys.
I really enjoyed the game. Yeah.
I think if you like,
go on. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go on.
I think if you just like old school adventure games, I think check it out.
It is very old school.
Yeah, it reminded me of. I remember as a little boy, I rented a game from Choices Videos.
Ooh.
No bigger than a pumpkin, and I rented Broken Sword, and it was like a point-and-click adventure game on the PS1. And I had such a good time with it, like just clicking away, finding out what goes with what, why. I loved. It kind of just like reinvigorated my like love for like these like mystery puzzle games where you have to put items together and figure it out. I just really enjoyed it. I had such a good time, and when I finished it, and when I didn't even realize I'd finished it, I was just disappointed, like because I wanted more, and like hiding in the closet, and then I was like, oh, I figured this out. And then finding the baby name, figured this out. I just felt clever for a couple of days, and you know what? Doesn't happen a lot at this house, let me tell you.
All right, we will now move on to what else we've been playing. Who wants to go?
I'll just go real quick.
Sure.
Finally beat Ocarina. This game is thank you. I beat it like the next day after we recorded last week. This is just one of the greatest video games ever made. I think playing it, looking as pretty as it was on 3DS, really cemented that. It's just so special. Like the ramp up to the end of that game is so awesome. And then I played the first hour or so. It's kind of hard to tell, but of Psychonauts 2. Man, this game is just so creative and fun. I love it. It's got like the 60s James Bond vibe. You got like this school. They're all like psychics and stuff. So very excited to continue. Hopefully I'll beat it this week.
I've been doing research on the Psychonauts story up till now. And
IGN has a cool little video. It's like a 10-minute
I watched
video.
That. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, okay. This is fucking weird. Sure. I'm up for it.
Yeah.
Is that all you've been playing then, Daniel?
Yeah. I had a friend that wanted me to download Warzone again, so played a couple matches of Warzone.
Ooh.
Shooting some noobs,
Noobs. Get them noobs. Sims, what are you playing? Sims, we haven't gotten to talk. You beat Mass Effect, right?
Yeah. I was rushing last week, yeah. Cool. If you've not listened to the podcast, I had some problems. I was all the way through the trilogy. I was like, I'd said this last week. I got to number 3, and I was like, surely this ending isn't that bad. And it is.
That bad, yeah, it is pretty fucking bad.
I thought you'd convince me it isn't, but like,
no,
when he,
I'm with you.
all the way,
I
like,
don't think he tried to do that. I don't think he tried to convince you.
I was just like all the way out, and then I had COVID. I got COVID at the wrong time as well, because like I thought, I've got COVID. I'll just play Mass Effect. I'll be fine. And I completed it on like the first night of COVID. I was like, my life is just gonna suck for the next week because I've got nothing else to do with my life. The ending, I said it last week. Like you've done everything in number 3. You've got the world together. Like everyone's gonna take on the big enemy threat, and you've got a good time with it. And then all of a sudden, this AI boy just comes and gives you all this information that maybe should have been told at the beginning of number 3, hinted at number 2. And little tidbits in number 1. So then it all came back to number 3 of like, you will have to make this decision in the end, if that makes sense.
Or don't give you a decision at all and just have it be an ending. And maybe people wouldn't be so upset if they just committed, this is the end of the game. I think people are upset that everything they went to came down to just 3 choices. But like, I feel like if they just actually did like the Last of Us type of like, all right, this is our ending. Like, let's just do this. I feel like it could have been done better. That's how I feel.
But
I'm on the opposite end of that. I would have preferred like 20 different endings, and
that's
like
insane.
they all like lead into something. Yeah, but like that's what Mass Effect is. It's a game about choices, and like there should be multiple choices for the ending. What you're saying is pretty much what happened. Like the 3 endings are so fucking similar. All that's different is they're different colors.
Yeah,
I know like different races died and whatnot, but you don't get to see the repercussions of that anyway.
Look at new Mass Effect anyways, though. Like they're going only by destroy ending. That's it. They're doing destroy ending. That's just straight up what they're doing. They're not. The other endings don't mean anything. At all.
I had a great time. Number 3 is the better game. Number 2 has the better story.
I'm with you, 100%. Plays way better.
I enjoyed 3 so much. Like I had such a good time with it.
You played Citadel
all of it,
and
done.
Leviathan.
I did everything. Yeah,
those DLCs are so fucking good.
Incredible. Like all of it was. I was devastated when it finished. I was like, I don't know what to do with myself anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of other games.
There was a hole in my heart. Though,
is there though? After you play,
there's so many games.
If you play Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 in order, probably the best games ever as a trilogy. Everything else is just nothing in comparison.
There's so many games coming out all the time.
You didn't finish Skyrim, okay? I would like. I played Death's Door just to keep you up to date. The kind of I had such a good time with Death's Door. Like top 2 game of the year for me. I think it's like Death's Door so far. Ratchet 12 minutes. Like it's incredible. Like it was like a little baby step. It was like baby's first Dark Souls game, where like, but you don't lose everything when you die. You just kind of like it's tough. Learn, go and do it again. And like I had such a like when I beat it, I was like, or if I was to die, or I was like verbally shouting at the TV like, "Fucking yes, man!"
Your kids are in the corner, scared.
Honest to God, mate, I was like, "There's a granny in the game that you got to beat. I will not repeat the language that I call this old woman."
Jesus.
Did Oxenfree?
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was like, it's like 3 hours experience, isn't it? I did it in 2 nights. It was great. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed that game.
Love Oxenfree.
And that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, no. Avengers, playing the Avengers. I'm on like the last mission of Black Panther.
How is that?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I do like the way Black Panther feels. I do want to get into it. I want to get back into it because there's a lot more like added to it. There's the big like bad boss at the end that's supposed to be really hard. I feel like I want to do that, and I don't know. I want to get Black Panther to 150 just to say I've got Black Panther to 150. Well, it's a lot of time, and maybe after Psychonauts, which I started on Wednesday morning. Sorry, Daniel. I really enjoyed that. Like really, like I watched the review on the Monday, and I was like, doesn't really look for Steve. Like I'll try it, but I played probably 45 minutes of it in the morning, and I was like, this is fun. I'm great time. Like the telekinesis and the wacky characters. I was like, I could dig this. I could play this for a couple of hours, for 20 hours. So
Mess with the settings. Just put it on super easy or whatever, and just play it.
Yeah,
play it for the story. Just do
yeah,
that.
that's what I'm going
There's
to
like
aim
an
for.
invincible mode or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's like
is there?
invincible. I think there's no like fall damage, something like. I think there's like an easy combat mode as well. Just like put it all on. Just play it for the cool characters and story.
There was a game that had like a really good accessibility mode on it.
Celeste.
No, this is recent, very recent. Oh, it was Dodgeball Academia. I played a bit of that. I played a couple of hours of it. But like Dodgeball Academia, like the accessibility features, like you could make it where you take no damage and do double damage just to have fun. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And that's what I did. I was just like, well, I
Just to
don't
experience
care.
the game,
I
yeah.
didn't care, and I was like, yeah. I just enjoyed the art style and the way the game.
That
works.
game looks so cool.
Yeah,
I love
it's
the
a
style of
great
that
game. It just overstayed its welcome for me. I was like, it's the same thing over and over. It's like Pokemon. I had a really good time with it, but yeah, like 12 minutes really took over my weekend, like my life. Really, I couldn't think of anything. I played it Friday, didn't play it Saturday, went back to it Sunday. But every time I put it on, I was going to bed at 2:00 in the morning. And just sat at this computer, and I was like, I've recorded gameplay. I've got loads of gameplay that recorded of it.
Nice.
I had such a good time with it. Like, yeah, really, really enjoyed it. And like the stupid like situation of the game just not loading really pissed me off. But that's just PCs for you and fucking PC nerds, man.
PC nerds.
PC
What about you, Connor?
Fucking dogs, man.
I played a couple hours of the Riders Republic beta.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had a good time with that. Kinda. You can tell what the problem's gonna be with this game from a mile away. It's gonna be a jack of all trades, master of none. It's just it seems so daunting to how the hell will they make it fun with all these different extreme sports you can do. There's jetpacking, snowboarding, bike.
So this is. I just want to know because me and you were both so excited for this at E3. This was a big thing at E3 for us, both me and you. Is this worth me even playing?
The beta?
No, the game.
Oh, the game in general?
Just from this beta.
I couldn't tell you the full game yet. I haven't gotten to play through, all the different sports and whatever the hell you can do. So yeah, I couldn't tell you overall. I've only played probably 3 of them. So wait and see. Okay. I don't know. Maybe try the beta.
Okay.
Yeah. But I had enough fun with the cycling. I don't mean Scissor talked about this. He didn't like it at all.
It just started, and I tried to move the character. And
the controls are wonky.
And I was like, why is it not moving? And it was like, drift. And then I just went, I was like, what's going on? And I was like,
I got the controls down. It was fun, especially putting it in first person mode and doing the downhill bike races. That was a lot of fun, I thought. But I don't know. This game, it's gonna be something. I don't know. It's gonna be really hard for them to land this.
It just instantly upset me because I did the intro of the game. So, spoke to that woman, and then she was like, "Okay, now you can walk around," but my character wouldn't move. I was like, what? And then so I turned it off and turned it back on again, and I had to do the whole thing again. I was like, "Fuck that!" Like, I didn't like the way the bike felt, and I
think you just pull up the wheel and then you hit the walk-in one. Instead of
what?
Yeah. So you could pull out any vehicle you want at any time.
Where
it's really weird. You could just
can I pull out a bike on this?
There's like a weapon wheel, but not weapons. It's,
so how did I
pull out a bike on the snow?
There was this weird wonky thing that was there, and I was like, "What's that?" But I couldn't. I feel like a dumbass. But it's a stupid.
You probably only had the bike on the wheel, and I don't. It was
it's a
stupid
stupid mechanic, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what you just told me sounds absolutely ridiculous.
Sure. Video games,
What else you been playing?
Okay. Ghost of Tsushima got the DLC. What the fuck's it called? Iki Island. Iki Island.
Iki.
Okay. All right, Daniel. This is just more Ghost of Tsushima. It's it's an add-on, like a legit add-on.
What is it?
I don't mean it's an add-on.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't
hear an add-on. You know what I mean? Like if you play this game, it's an add-on to it. You know what I mean? There's some cool shit there though.
Have you finished it?
No, I haven't beat it. I don't know if I'm gonna. Not.
Why did you get it?
Why did you get Skyrim, Daniel?
There are new games to play.
Are there right now?
Yes, I've been telling you to play before your eyes for.
I started that. Didn't like it one bit, Daniel.
What, the blink thing?
Yeah, I didn't like the blink thing. The story wasn't grabbing me. It just seemed like overly dramatic soap opera bullshit. Sorry, I don't mean to hate on your game, but I don't know. I wasn't into it. Sorry.
What's that meme?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Daniel didn't beat Skyrim though.
Didn't
So his
mean-
opinions
I
don't
don't
matter.
know.
Didn't beat Skyrim. But yeah, Iki Island. There's some cool new features there. They got a cool new one of those like things you can go to and like you play the flute and it's like Flute Hero. Guitar Hero,
Oh,
but
no.
imagine Flute Hero. Yeah, you can do that now. What else was there? There was like archery trials you can do now, where it's just like speed runs with a bow and arrow. Those are fun. The story's kind of cool. You meet like a new head villain of the Mongolians, and she like drugs you, so you're like hallucinating throughout the whole game. It's pretty cool actually. Like screen turns purple and like weird shit just flies out of nowhere. It's it's a cool mechanic, and that like keeps popping up over the course of the DLC. I'm trying to think what else is in it. Yeah, like I was saying, it's just more ghosts. Not necessary to play. Some cool DualSense features. Daniel will like this. The wind, when it blows, you can feel it through your controller, Daniel.
Yeah,
right?
man.
So like if the wind's like blowing diagonal, you'll like feel it go up from the from like the down here area. I don't have a controller near me. Then it'll go up more.
So what? Sorry, you
anytime
felt like.
whistle for your horse. It comes through the speaker in the controller, Daniel.
But don't you play your games with headphones on?
Yeah.
So how do you
Well,
hear all
sometimes I
this?
don't. Sometimes I don't.
I play everything with like headphones on. So when I take my headphones off, this is a brand new experience to me. Like 30 hours in, I'm like, fucking hell, I didn't know this happened.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't always have the
Have
headphones on.
you not purchased Psychonauts then?
No, I did. I just haven't started it yet. I just didn't get a chance last night. And,
How much is
I
it on the
started today.
PlayStation 5?
60.
It's a full price game. Yeah.
How much
That's
did we
full
pay,
price
Daniel?
$15 a month
Yeah.
on Game Pass.
I don't have an Xbox, guys. All right, you don't gotta rub it in.
You will. You hopefully get the Halo one, and I can get
Can
the
get the
Elite
Halo.
controller.
Yeah, at some point. I want the Elite controller too. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. Waiting for Psychonauts. Games are coming. I feel like I'll have like a new game to talk about every week now. Almost.
I feel like 12 minutes kicks it off, and then Psychonauts, and then it's just going to keep going.
What's next
We're
week?
gonna get Deathloop
What's
soon.
anything next week?
there's not one next week.
Yeah, Deathloop's 2 weeks.
Deathloop's
and
2
then
weeks. Life is Strange is
Life is
before
Strange.
Deathloop. Yeah.
Is Life
Oh,
is
that's
Strange coming on the
Strange
Games
is September
Pass? It's not,
10th.
is it?
No.
Life
It's a
is Strange,
full-price game
Deathloop,
now.
Tina. It's like
This is
3
like-
weeks in a row.
Like
Yeah.
for me though, is like I can't get every game now because it's like I got birthdays and Christmases. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't
Yeah,
be dropping
you gotta
60
save up.
quid. Yeah. I might get the one. I don't know which one though. What do you think I should get? What's the
Out of
biggest
the
game?
3 of those games,
What's the biggest game this fall?
Deathloop.
Is he? I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to be sold on that game.
It's not on Game Pass. Yeah, probably. Or
I'd say Far
Kena. Or Far Cry.
Maybe
That's another
Kena.
big one.
Not Far
Battlefield.
Cry. No, not Battlefield.
Battlefield looks great.
No.
There's a lot coming out. There's a lot of games.
Connor, should we wrap it
You
up?
can
'Cause
only
you
get
need to
one.
go.
Guardians. Yeah, I do need to go.
I have a game if we
Guardians.
have time to play it. It's up to
Yeah,
you.
sure.
Connor.
You know what? Go for it. Work can wait. Be all right.
All right. So the game that I have this week is a fun one. I did something new and different. So what we're gonna do is I took the top 25 highest reviewed games on Metacritic, and I want to know who knows most of them. So you get one, I'll give you a point, and then who can you just as long as we want to go, or if you guys get them all, we'll see.
Okay.
So I
Are we
have
going,
it
like,
here,
one
and
by
I also
one?
have it here. Yeah.
I mean, Tim,
uh,
not Tim. I said Tim.
Connor, you go first.
All
you
right,
go
I mean him like we're reversing each other here.
Do you want to do a snake? So
Competition.
because you go first, he'll go 2 times in a row. We'll just do like a snake thing.
Why would we do that?
Because you get first guess.
Just take it
Because you
in
get first
turns.
guess.
Just take it in turns.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 25 of them. He'll
Let's go.
certainly
Yeah, no.
know.
I'm gonna do how I said.
Let's go.
Okay, sure.
So you
sure.
go ahead, Connor. Give me one.
I get
Give
the
me a
first
guess.
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
give me
this
the
is
full
the
name.
top
Full name.
25.
Top 25 best Metacritic scores of all time. Every video game. I had to go through because they kind of double up sometimes with different releases.
Okay, and we get a point for anyone in that. Top
Anyone.
25. Okay,
So
sure.
even 25 is the same as number 1.
Okay. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
That is number 1,
That's
actually. with
dead.
99. Yeah, it is. All right, Connor, you got 1 point.
Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2 is number 18. Sims, you get a point, and Sims, you get to go again.
Are we doing that, or are we just going back and forth? I'm not bothered.
No, we're doing no. Do it. Your turn. You get another one.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is, I think it's on here. It is number 8 with a 97. Oh, Half-Life 2 has a 96. Sims, you got another point. Connor.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I think is on here. Pretty sure. Where is it?
Silence on the podcast.
Is that
No,
really
it's not. It's not on here. It is not on here. Yeah, Connor, you get to go again though. You get to go again.
Okay.
Sorry.
The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim.
Oh, why do you do this, you bastard?
Let's see. I want to say it's not on here.
This might be harder than I thought. I thought this would be
I think
fucking
it
easy.
is. I think it's going to be harder than you think. It is not on here. Sims, go.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is number 9 with a 97. Sims, go.
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, the original.
OG. PS1.
Okay.
1996. Directed
Let's
by
see.
Hideo Kojima.
It is not on here.
Fuck you, Hideo
Connor,
Kojima.
go.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is number 7, also with a 97. Connor, go.
What's number 2? That's annoying me.
Super Mario 64.
Super Mario 64. Not on here.
Super
Sims, go.
Mario World.
Super Mario World, I don't think is on here as well.
Who's doing this Metacritic? Because I'm gonna find them and I'm
It's
gonna.
Metacritic.
fucking-
I'm saying it's like
Sims, go. There's a few you guys might not get. You guys let me know how as long as you want to go. You guys have gotten 5 so far.
Halo 2.
Halo 2 is not on here. Sims, go.
Game's dumb. Halo.
I see 3 times in a row.
Halo is on here. Halo 1 is on here. And you get to go twice as well. That's what happens.
He went like 3 times.
No, he didn't. Halo 1 is 16 at 97. Connor, go.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
GTA 4 is number 3 with a 98.
Have we
Connor,
got number
go.
2 yet?
No.
Tony
GTA 4
Hawk's
is number
Pro
3.
Skater 3.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 it's on here. It's number 10 with a 97.
I knew that one.
Sims, go. I know you guys are trying to get number 2. Guys have got 1 and 3 right now.
World of Warcraft.
WoW, I don't think is on here. Nope, WoW is not on here. Sims, go.
Mass.
Red Dead Redemption 1.
Red Dead Redemption 1 is not on here. You have to also think that it might have scored that high, but to the 25 it's not here. So it's not. So Connor, go.
BioShock.
BioShock, I think, is on here. BioShock is number 19 with a 96. So I think how they do it is how many people have scored as well if it's tied. Connor, go.
The Orange Box.
I don't think that's on here.
Lies.
It probably is, but I think I took individual games.
Portal 2.
Fuck you.
Portal 2.
That's probably number 2. I'm trying to think what the hell number 2 is.
Forgive me.
I don't see. No, Portal is not on. Portal 2 is not on here. Sims, go.
Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain.
No, Metal Gear is on this list. Connor, go.
Oh, big hint.
Yeah,
Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey is number 15 with a 97. Connor, go.
What is this number 2?
Some big PC nerd game.
Yeah, you're probably right. Shit.
I don't.
The Last
That's not true. Go ahead.
Last of Us.
The Last of Us. The Last of Us is not here. Sims, go.
Last of Us Part
Kind
2.
of list this.
The Last of Us Part 2 is not here.
I hate this game.
Sims, go.
I do not like this game at all. Terrible. Pokemon Red.
Oh, that was a good one. Let's see. Pokemon is not on this list. Connor, go.
God of War 2018.
I don't think it is.
This game's dumb. I'm not playing. This game is fucking dumb. I fucking hate this game.
It is not. It is not on
This
here.
game is
Connor,
absolute hot garbage. I'm not having fun.
Yeah, we can go as long as you guys want.
Batman Arkham City.
Okay.
Batman Arkham City is on here, number 23 at 96. Sims.
Oh, we gotta get this number 2 at least, Sims.
You guys have got a good portion. You kind of guys are getting in that middle area for the most part. Think of games that people talk about a lot. That might help you.
Mass Effect 2
Mass Effect 2
is number.
Mass Effect 2 is not here. Sims,
Hate
go.
This game. I'm not having fun. I don't care anymore. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is definitely not here.
Me
Connor,
definitely not on there. Fucking wash your mouth out.
You
So
named games
you
that are
fucking
high
lack
reviewed.
of
You
playing,
know how much I like
finishing
Spider-Man.
Skyrim.
You
fucking
know
American
how much I like
prick.
Spider-Man. It's
I
not gonna be
hate
on
this
list.
game.
Connor, go.
I don't like this
Connor,
game.
go.
Persona 5 Royal.
Fuck that game.
It is not on here.
What? Fucking oh man, I don't know. Shadow
That's
of the
probably
Colossus.
up there, but it's not. I don't think that's on here either. Nope.
Fucking list is
Not on here. Sims, go.
Fuck Metacritic.
Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium is number 12. With a
What?
97. Sims, you get another guess?
Crusader Kings 2.
No. Crusader Kings is not on here.
Damn, Sims throwing out the oddballs. All right.
It's just- I try to give you a hint. Think of games that have.
Super Mario Galaxy.
Super Mario Galaxy is number 5 with a 97.
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Super Mario Galaxy 2 is number 6 with a 97.
What's number 2?
Connor racking up points right there. Sims, your turn.
Pokemon Gold.
You guys have almost all the top 10 except for 2 and 4.
Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Nope, there is no Pokemon game on here.
What is number 2?
Feel failed.
You get another guess, Sims. You haven't got 2 or 4.
Grand Theft Auto 3.
Grand Theft Auto 3 is number 14 at 97. Connor. Don't look at the chat. Other Connors
I
trying
know,
to
I've seen it. I'm not gonna, but I know it. I know it's that one as well. I know it. I just know it is.
You just say it. Just say it if you get to it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Well,
Counter Strike?
Counter Strike. That's a good guess. I don't think it is though. I think it's a little lower, but it is not
No.
on here.
People
Another
love that
guess.
fucking game.
Yeah. Connor, you need to stop helping them. You really do. You really got to stop helping them. I feel like I should get other Connor in here. He might do better. You got another guess?
Connor, I know now. I know what they are.
Points
will go to Connor.
If he's looking at the chat, so he's got some help, which is very unfair.
I don't fucking know anymore. Grand Theft Auto 3?
I just said
It's
that.
already been said. It's already been said.
Okay.
Go up a game.
I said 4.
Vice City.
Yeah,
Put some respect
guessed.
on the name.
He guessed 4.
I mean, San Andreas wasn't on there. I don't think Vice City would be. Shit,
Connor,
man.
I'll give you a hint. One of your favorite
Yeah.
games of all time.
Really? You know how bad I wanted to say Kingdom Hearts right there. One of my favorite games of all time. One of
If
my
you're
favorite games of
bored
all-
and you've got nothing to do, what do you put on?
I put on Tony Hawk. I already said Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2?
That is number 2 at a
That's
98.
Okay.
At a 98. Sims.
That was a really good hint.
When I'm bored and I got nothing else better to do, I like to put the N64 on and play myself some GoldenEye.
He's getting hints from the chat.
Yeah, I give you.
Thank you, other Connor.
To be fair, though, I gave Connor the other one. I shared the spoils.
GoldenEye is number 20 with 96. Sims, you get another guess. You guys only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. But we don't have to do them all if you don't want to. You get one more guess, Sims.
Should we just tap out?
It's up to you.
Anna?
It's a very close game.
Tap out.
Tap out. Connor, you win with 10. Sims, you have 7. You guys actually did pretty well. You guys got. I don't know if you just want me to run them down real quick.
What were the 8 we're missing?
Okay. Number 4 is Soul Calibur 1 at a 98. Number 11 is Perfect Dark 1 with a 97.
About fighting games.
Number 13 is Metroid Prime 1 with a 97. Number 17 is probably one you guys would never have guessed. NFL 2K1 with a 97.
Obviously.
Number 21 is Uncharted 2 with a 96. Number 22 is Resident Evil 4 with a 96. Number 24 is Tekken 3 with a 96. And number 25 is Twilight Princess with a 96.
Twilight, that is way too high.
There you go.
I am... Just to end the podcast, I'm playing Uncharted Lost Legacy slowly.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
I really enjoyed that game.
Beautiful game.
Yeah, Lost Legacy's great.
I just did like the 3rd tower. You can go now.
Okay.
And that was the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 81. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. You can catch us over on audio platforms. Guys, anything else you want to say?
You guys need to know better games.
You need to fucking finish Skyrim, so you can.
We only didn't get 8. That's pretty fucking good.
It took you forever, and he had to get help.
I don't think you would have done any better.
100%, I would have.
Not a chance. So. Not 100%. A fucking.
You would have never guessed
chance.
Tony Hawk.
Oh yeah, 100%. I know. I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in. You don't get it. You don't get it.
Nah, you're crazy.
A man that doesn't finish Skyrim has no credibility.
Yeah, I was about to say, Danny, you didn't even finish Skyrim. You can't even have an opinion on any other game.
Well, with other Connors with me, Skyrim's bad. Actually, I don't agree with that.
The other Connor. Who the hell is other Connor? Who is
He's
this
in the
person?
chat. He's in the chat.
Get out of here. I'm the only Connor here. And that's the show. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
See you later. Bye.